meant in one syllable.
Right? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I was on my way out, dropped my water bottle, and it broke.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very depressing.
You got this fat cup.
I have some.
That's a fat cup.
It is. It's quite cumbersome. Oh, she left Hammy. Oh, her. Good. This way I can have tunes on the way home. Because it's like that's like the only time I listen to music is if I'm driving home from here. When I'm driving home from here, that's the unwind point. Oh. Take it easy, brother. Take it easy. You're my lady, and that's what I said. You remember that Will Ferrell sketch from SNL when he was trying to help? Who was it? It was like some country. Was it Garth Brooks? No, it was somebody. He was trying to help them write a song, and he was going to sell his soul to the devil in order to write a hit song. And the devil ended up being Will Ferrell, and all of his suggestions were awful, you know. And the dude's just like, man, can I have my soul back? Because I don't like any of these songs. And he kept trying to like make hits, and the dude's just like, nah, man. And he was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just leave. And the country western star was like, all right, man, take it easy. He's like, oh yeah, take it easy. You're my lady, and that's what. And he goes like, no, like get out. Like, oh. You know, like definitely worth watching, dude.
Dang, that's funny.
It is.
Do we want a local record?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
How now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow? Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Welcome to the show.
You know, I've been tempted to just leave it like
Right there, just the whole time?
Yeah, just have it in the background.
Is that a good idea?
There's
What do you guys
little
think?
reason to not. I would drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the track.
You know,
Drop the
you can
track.
fade it in as like as a wrap it up box like towards the end. You
Oh,
know?
hey,
You
you
know?
guys fade it in. Yeah, I wish I
Yeah.
had a knob over here instead of over there, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta have a thing longer for that. Yeah, you know that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh,
Oh, that's us, Scott.
that's us.
Yeah, there's a little known band by the name of White Guys.
White guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys. Visions, dreams of passion. Sorry.
I'm Scott.
I'm Phil.
I'm Trae.
What's up?
This week, Candyman.
What the fuck wrong with you?
Dude, there's
Candy.
a mirror.
There's a mirror there, too.
There's a mirror.
Really?
Now we can't say that for the rest of the episode.
So we're screwed.
We can't say what.
You know what?
Huh?
You know, I'm about to clock out.
So,
What do you think of this? Yeah, good job,
missed it.
Phil.
Oh, I was waving at my daughter.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
she's
can
listening.
wave and talk at the same time.
I was zoned out for
Yeah,
a
I could
second.
tell.
Because I was like, fuck, I'm gonna say that a lot.
Oh.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
She's gonna be singing it all night long.
No.
Right?
No, she's gonna say, "Why'd you say so many bad words?"
Oh,
That's what she's gonna say to me.
She's gonna reprimand
She
you
knows.
at the
Yeah,
end.
she does.
Yeah,
She does. Absolutely.
Keep daddy in check.
I'll be in traffic.
right.
She'll be like, "I don't like it when you say that." I'm like, "I'm
Exactly.
sorry."
Yeah, well, we saw it happens even in the car. You know.
I'm sorry.
So, what have you guys been up to this week?
I got to tell you guys about something. Okay. So yesterday, I got home, and you noticed my car is over here.
Yeah, I did. I was a little worried.
Right.
I was like, wait, is he gone?
No.
Like, when I got here.
No, I scooted over.
Yeah.
Okay. And I drew out a 10 meter by 10 meter square, and I tried out some Space Pirate Trainer DX.
In your
mean,
driveway?
In my driveway.
Okay.
Why does the square
Right.
matter if you have on a headset?
Oh, because the room that's generated is exactly the square.
Okay, good. So then you just set those walls, and then you still see the walls if you come too close to them. Fantastic.
And there's there's rendered walls for the perimeter. And a
Yeah.
lot of the
do
time,
they fade like the closer you get to it? Is
Yeah,
like
it does the same thing.
Opacity changes. Okay, cool.
yeah, if you do happen to get past it, but a lot of times there's like a little, thing against the wall, like some kind of object, a table or some kind of thing like that. So you don't always get like all the way up to the wall,
Right.
but it's still where your boundary is, right?
Okay, no.
But then they generate the maze in it, right? And there's 6 stages, maybe more than that, right? I didn't realize that there was a single player component to the arena thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it
Good.
spawns these drones that you're still in the maze trying to move around. And so you have your shield, you have your gun, and
Can you switch the different types of guns?
No, you just have one blaster in
Okay.
this. Yeah,
Okay.
they were trying to simplify it, I guess, as far as that goes.
Right.
I was hoping that you could play online. I was wrong about that, though.
Oh, wait,
so
that
you
sucks.
Can't play
So you
arena
have to have
online.
local.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a severe hindrance.
it kind of sounds
So
bad. Yeah.
it's almost as if the game is really just designed for people who want to have like a standalone VR park,
Arcade,
or
whatever.
Arcade,
yeah,
exactly,
absolutely.
for
Yeah, yeah,
themselves.
yeah. Mhm.
Right.
And because I think it works 4 players.
Okay.
That's the way it looked because I saw 4 spawn points.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but it looked to me like you could do 4 players at the same time.
Right.
But at least 2 on an overcast day like this, it actually works. So if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, I'll scope that.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about
might-
Space Pirate Trainer.
It's cool,
Yeah,
man.
boy.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I should just get back into some Space Pirate Trainer anyway.
Just
to
the
do-
regular game's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah. But no, I checked that out. Other than that,
Yeah.
same old, same old. What you guys been doing?
Well, I have been marathoning The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh, my.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Tell me about it.
Okay, so it is a Kyoto Animation is the studio that did it. It's based on a light novel about a Japanese high school girl who is the god of this universe, but she doesn't know that she's the god of the universe.
Whoa.
And that she can actually manipulate reality.
Whoa.
By wanting something to happen, it will happen.
Okay.
And
So these powers are just becoming manifest within her, or has she
well,
always had them?
for the past like 3 years in the timeline of the show, this has been a thing, but she doesn't realize that's what's happening. She just thinks, oh, okay, just normal things. And the people around her, like, she's really interested in trying to she wants real life to be like an anime. So it's a very meta series. It's a very meta
a
series.
whole, like, Russian doll situation.
The people around her are there's an Esper, a alien, and a time traveler, but they know about her, but they can't tell her anything. They can't tell her that they are these things that she wants them to be.
They're like the
Because
pantheon
if
of
she
gods.
if she knows that she is the secret god of this universe, then she might potentially collapse reality,
Right.
and remake it the way that she sees fit.
So it's like Scarlet
So
Witch. with
pretty much the whole show is just
the
them.
Olympian gods.
Yeah.
But,
Oh.
The whole
being unaware of it.
yeah,
So,
but being,
right.
being completely unaware of
God,
this,
man.
and it's really good, and it's got a fun little dance at the end.
Oh,
you
nice.
I
know?
wonder if her parents are actual parents, because it makes you just wonder, like, at what point in time
I don't know.
where her
You
powers
really don't
actually
see
made
her
manifest,
parents.
right?
Yeah, you don't.
Maybe
see
she
her
got
parents.
rid of them a long time ago.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I
what would
mean,
you
well,
do
in
the first time?
anime,
Just always
peop-
was, you know.
in anime,
Right,
people
you know.
don't have parents. They're always off on like a business trip or
Exactly,
something. You know?
exactly. Yeah,
Like,
that same thing happens in
People
Parasite,
don't
where they
have
just
parents.
they
Yeah.
just leave them. They're
Absolutely.
like, okay, we're going on a trip. You're old enough to take care of
Yeah.
yourself, so
But
gonna
beyond that, I've reserved myself to finally finishing the Junji Ito collection since it's October, and might as well. I haven't fully read through Uzumaki, so I'm doing that. And I found out that Uzumaki's movie is actually on Amazon, and I filled up my Slock list for the month. So I found a Rucker Hauer movie called Omega Doom, which is pretty rad. And then Sheborg, part woman,
Sheborg.
part machine, total destruction.
I was wondering what
So,
what the equals would
Yeah,
be.
Is that
boy.
like American Robo Geisha?
I guess. I don't know. I just saw the picture, was just like, oh, watching that. That's going to be awful. Oh, need it in my life. So, yeah, but that's me. That's me this week.
I don't know how to follow that up.
You can't.
Like, you know what? I was asleep. I was asleep all week, man.
Work,
That was
sleep.
it. You know,
That's it.
that was it. No, I've been playing some Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Yeah, I was
I've been,
watching a little bit of that.
Jamming out on that a little bit.
Yeah, I played a couple rounds with you. I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, really fun. It's brutally difficult. Like, it's really just AI. Well, it's not just the AI difficulty. You can put the AI difficulty on easy just so you can, win first place, get the currency, because earning currency is kind of a bit of a slog in that game, especially because everything that you buy is like, okay, it takes 500 coins to buy that, or 1,200 coins to buy that, and there's a limited time to buy it, right? And when you're unlocking, you get money at usually the rate of 40 coins per clear. So once you
man.
clear a race, 40. Okay? Yeah. And that's through story mode. Sometimes they'll give you 60.
That special car that you were looking at was like 1,600 or something like that.
I think it was 1,200.
12?
It was
Still,
1,200, yeah.
Still.
And so exactly,
Yeah.
and that's a lot, especially because that list refreshes every 4 hours. And so now that's 4 hours of actual gameplay. So if you do want to accelerate that clock, go AFK. If you don't want to accelerate that clock, you only have an hour to get your coins. Do not go AFK. Close the entire application because that timer is ticking. But your real enemy in the game, because for a while I'm like, wow, I hate this game. And that's only because because sometimes you're too fast for the tracks.
Right,
You have to. One of the worst parts about arcade racers
floor,
is
man.
arcade racers that force you to slow down, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that you don't want
Yeah.
to ever do.
No,
Is hit the
not at
brake, let off the gas.
Ever,
You don't
at
want
all.
to do it,
No.
all right? It's pedal to the metal.
Hell no.
On this game, you have to really be cognizant of where you are. Like you said, when you hit the floor, because you're
sucks.
on tracks the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, the tracks will go up to the ceiling. They'll go down to the floor. Once you hit the
right.
floor, all you have are cones that show you where to go to get back to the track. So it's
Okay.
very easy to overcorrect. And then next thing you know, you're way past the track.
Right.
And everybody else, of course, because the AI is perfect, are on the track.
So
you
it's
never
one of those
catch
that
up.
you're gonna have to
Yeah.
play through a couple times just so you learn the track and kind of get like that.
You're gonna because it's very important to know the track, know what the track's gonna do, and they go crazy with these things, and know which car is appropriate to which track. Right,
yeah,
because if you're like, okay, I'm looking at the stats, the speed rating, the acceleration rating, the boost rating, all these kind of things.
So it's a lot of
course, you
trial
want
and
to
error
go
kind of
for
stuff.
the one that's maxed out the most.
Right.
But if you have a lot of curves, a lot of turns,
then that's gonna you're gonna be
you're
in
gonna
the
screw
wall
yourself.
most of the time.
Or flying off of the, because
flying
it's very
off.
easy to leave the ground,
Oh,
right? So
okay.
yeah, if there is elevation and you're going too fast, you're gonna start flying, and they have aerial controls as well. They have like magnetic changes, so you can be going one direction, then all of a sudden the track is like upside down above you, and they flip gravity on you, and you have to somehow manage. I still haven't figured it out. Somehow manage to rotate your vehicle so that your wheels hit that metallic. The metallic course that's above. It's weird, man. It's weird. And so I found myself playing it.
But you don't have a jump or anything, right?
Nah, man. Nope. I mean, there are ramps and
Yeah.
things like that kind of, but no, you're at the mercy of inertia. In a
Is
lot
there
of
a
cases.
power slide mechanic?
Yes, tap brake.
No, it's not free to play.
Yeah.
It's full price.
It's full price. Yes,
Yeah.
there are actually 3 different pricing models. There's a $49.99 version. That's the base game. There is a $69.99 version that gives you Volume 1 of their car packs, which will be 10 cars up
Right.
front, and then you get 2 additional cars as well, and those are like a security truck, like a Brinks truck, and then this other kind of more badass Hoss vehicle, and then you have the $89.99 pack, and this is what made me realize what was going on. $89.99 gives you Volume 1 and Volume 2 cars, and so that's going to be 20 cars released over who knows what amount of time.
Oh,
Absolutely. Each one of these cars, if you buy them individually, they're $1 a piece. And then it also gives you 2 additional cars on top of the previous ones, which are the Shark, which has an articulated jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man,
I
a lot
used
of
to
people
have
have
that
it,
one. Yeah,
right?
I had
Exactly.
that one.
That's what they're banking on.
Yep.
That's what, and
That's
it
that
works
nostalgia.
on me.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, because when you look at
Absolutely.
these cars, I'm telling you, the models are amazing. Like
They
look
look
like
great.
die-cast steel. Like
Absolutely.
the
Dude,
plastic bits look like
you,
plastic.
You can see the little molding lines for the
really?
plastic, and it looks like it's painted. Like it doesn't.
Yes. Like there's
dude,
actually
they did-
layering to the paint
No,
and to the
it's-
lacquer on
You
top
can
of the
tell
vehicle.
the stickers are stickers kind of thing.
Dude, I
Yeah,
mean,
that kind of
it's
thing. Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Like it's really, really cool.
And the way that they do the camera effects make it look like a small object. Too,
Exactly.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's got charm to
Yeah,
it.
it
believe
definitely
it.
reminds me of the old Micro Machines game that was on the
Yeah.
Oh,
PlayStation
yeah.
way back in the day. But it's interesting that they chose to take this instead of making it something that was, aimed squarely at children, because it's not. It's aimed at us,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
It's aimed
yeah,
at those
absolutely.
people that grew up with Hot
With Hot
Wheels
Wheels,
and
yeah.
may have gotten rid of our cars, but you see them and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I
Man,
love
I
that
remember
thing.
that car.
Exactly. And they're
Oh,
like,
I
give
remember-
us,
I had
give
that
us
track.
$1 and you can
Yeah.
have it. And it's like, oh, and it does have a track editor, which
I'm
is
sure it does.
very
Yeah.
deep and robust. And
That's
so
cool.
there's a lot to the game. If you want an arcade racer right now, just have that itch, man. Like
Yeah.
it does. It plays very similarly to Burnout 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
but with that, it's a lot of fun. And then multiplayer, like playing against the PC, the computer kind of sucks. AI is just, even if you're on easy, they're really good.
Yeah.
Once you get up to medium, they're perfect. So you have to have like pretty much perfect runs in order to
Yeah.
beat them.
That's no good.
But when you play multiplayer,
Mm-hmm.
the brakes are off. It's insane. We were playing on one map that was just like a NASCAR style, nothing but going left, right? Just one a oval track. But the entire time you have nothing but boost pads. So you're going at maximum speed the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting here like, why would people ever vote for this map to be our next map to play on?
Yeah.
And then I hit the tarmac and I was just like, oh my God.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I get it now.
Because you're
Yeah.
just going, boy. And so so it's been a good time. So I was doing a little bit of that this week. Did a couple of Hades runs last night. Ended up streaming that. Got invaded by Moth and Wolf, which was a good time.
Heck
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, and so, but that kept me streaming for probably a good hour and a half longer than I intended to, and so did a Nagling run board,
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah.
Nagling board run.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you need to watch this run because
Yeah?
I think that's
You
my
figured it
favorite.
out, finally?
I think it's my favorite version of the Shield.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I watched
think
one
it's
run
better
and
than Zeus.
I like it. I like the idea of it. I just don't
Yeah.
use the bull rush as much.
Well, that's the thing. After
makes
using
you-
this makes you learn to use the bull rush,
Yeah.
which then will make you better with the shield as a whole.
Yeah.
But I got it with the Poseidon flood shot. So
okay.
yeah, and that's the cast that does a huge explosion of damage
Yeah.
and knocks people away. Put all three
that
of
one.
those into your Nagling board. So whichever cast you choose will actually augment that board. So if I use, let's say my fog,
Yeah.
right? I can pop that into the board. Whatever I hit with the board, I'm going to leave festive fog behind it. With that one, with Poseidon, that means whenever I hit somebody, it does a huge blast that also pushes people, which gives you knockback damage. If they hit the wall, that gives you damage from that as well. And it's just compounding. You hit them once, it's like boom, 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 boom. And it just melts.
Once you get to sticks, box and you're in those tight quarters and everybody's
Yeah.
just getting
Oh,
knocked
yeah.
all over
Yes.
the place. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Dude, and the biggest thing is that it gives you the 3 charges back after every rush.
Oh,
so you
awesome.
do it and
You
then
don't have to
boom,
go
they
pick 'em up
immediately-
or anything,
Well, they
'cause
pop out. There's a split-second delay before they're actually accessible again.
Okay,
But all
okay.
you have to do, like with the fog, you have to wait for the fog to actually go away before they come back.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, they come back pretty much immediately. So you're just rushing back and forth, destroying everything. Like it's hot.
Yeah,
It
I like
is
that.
hot.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of VR games coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
News.
a bunch of high quality.
News.
News jutsu.
Got him. So, okay, Resident Evil 4 VR is coming out on the 22nd.
Cool.
That's a must. Lone Echo 2, I think it's coming out I think it's the same week as Resident Evil 4. It's later in the month. Shadowgate VR is coming out on the 7th.
Yes, sir.
And then they just announced that the Medal of Honor, I can't remember the subtitle, whatever.
Right.
The one that was an Oculus PC exclusive is now getting a Quest 2 version. That's that's also coming out this month.
Right.
That's the only one that I'm probably going to avoid out of these.
I would only want to play that if I could play with my aim. If I could play Medal of Honor with my aim controller, I'd be all about it. If I can't, then no.
Yeah.
Especially with RE4 on the menu. Like,
Oh,
there's-
yeah.
RE4
There's
is
no
more,
time.
more the bag. Exactly. Yeah. And then
Well,
but-
and Shadowgate.
yeah, and I got to get Shadowgate. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because the more that I hear about it, yes, it is totally what we were talking about. It is a reimagining of the original plus expanded
Some
stuff.
other
Right.
things. Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like that one may be a bit of a gamble. I think
Yeah.
that, I mean, for nostalgia's sake, at least, it's
Yeah.
going to be worth it.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. It's not like,
Dude, if the
like Lone
puzzles are
Echo
good-
2 and Resident Evil 4
Those
are
are
just,
oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, set in stone. Like, we know that those are going to be winners.
I'm probably gonna go ahead and stream. I think I got it like maybe halfway through Lone Echo, and then I had a corrupted save file, and it's
Oh,
been
wow.
hard to go back with it.
Yeah.
Because it is a very narrative-based game, and it sucks in VR when you are stuck in a cutscene.
Oh yeah.
You know,
and you just
so-
kind of have to just
yeah,
stand there.
and there's a lot of that at the beginning. You know,
so it's kind of.
yeah.
Kind of one of those things. It's just like, do I really want to
Yeah.
restart this? Do I want to go through all of that? They don't have
But-
like a skip function or something.
Not really. Well,
Yeah.
and I guess a lot of it's more just at the beginning of it, they want you to do very specific things before you
Right.
can get to the
I gotcha.
game.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
So once I get past that chunk, it'll be fine. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and stream all of Lone Echo on my channel. pretty soon,
Absolutely.
you
And
know?
RE4, man.
Oh,
people would watch the shit
I'm gonna
out
be
of that.
playing RE4 Mercenaries for the rest of my
Yeah,
life.
for real. I don't know why
okay?
he's sitting here talking
They
like he's
just-
going to play anything else.
It's-
I mean,
it's
once
red-
RE4 hits, and that's all he's going to do.
Why'd they even have to put these other two games that I want to play in the
Right.
same month as everybody?
Right? Well, hopefully they
Why'd
come
you
out
do
like
that?
a day or two before.
Man, well,
and-
hey, I get Shadowgate next week.
Okay, good.
That's on Friday. What, the 7th? Something? Yeah, whatever.
You should be able to
Next
chop
week.
through that. Like
Well, I was
that
about to
that
say-
should
Should be able to
fine.
hammer it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then Lone Echo 2 is just going to be on the back burner.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Because RE4 is going to
We'll
hit.
go ahead
then-
and just put that in the library and
You know,
just have it on the shelf.
Speaking
for
of
when
like
we're
skip
ready.
functionality, you do know that the Castlevania collection has a rewind functionality. Right?
Yes.
What?
I
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kept trying to say that to him when Scott was jumping into
Well,
pits. And I was like,
was-
use the
You
rewind.
can Prince of Persia
You
on
can
it?
Prince of
Prince of
Persia.
Persia on it,
Yeah,
yeah.
on all the
And-
different modes. There, you can
And the
just
thing is
rewind that shit.
I knew about that, but you have to understand is when I was streaming it, I was incredibly drunk.
I
when
know.
I was trying
It was
to do
great.
that.
Dude.
That was such a good time.
What do you-
Oh,
what do
man.
you
That
guys
was
think
one of
about,
those one of those moments where it's just like, oh no, I'm drunk and the Nintendo's on.
I might as well play it.
So really, what do you think about that? A Castlevania game that plays like a Prince of Persia.
I love it. Oh, well, we don't have to. We don't have to imagine because it exists.
No.
Well,
I
do you-
mean
do you
wall
mean, like-
running. I
well,
mean
I
actually
guess
playing like a Prince of
Lords
Persia
of
game.
Shadow, well, kind of. Well, that was more
Well,
like
that's
God of
more
War.
God of
It's
War.
more
War.
God of War. Yeah, I mean,
know?
really specifically the whole Metroidvania, getting a
I think that would
upgrade, going
work
back to
great.
something else, but also
Honestly.
having the wall running and having the fast
I mean,
style.
that would be.
That sounds cool.
The closest thing
in
that
my
came to
head.
that was like Grant.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
You know, and so it would be really, really cool to have like a bit more.
I'd enjoy that.
mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'd have to
Swinging
think
with
of
the
really
whip and doing
unique.
all that.
you'd
That was
have to-
cool in
It
Lament
feels
of
like you'd
Innocence,
have to figure out really unique ways
Yeah.
to get from place to place,
Yeah,
which
well,
is like
but,
kind
you
of a
know-
staple for like Metroidvanias anyway.
You'd have to
Yeah,
make the game very
yeah.
difficult. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
you would.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just count on Medusa.
Nothing but Medusa
flying
heads.
one,
It's just
and
a
they would
whole
have to be
wall
free
of
to move.
Medusa
However,
heads.
exactly right.
fuck.
right? That would be really cool.
It'd be patterns of Medusa
Uh-huh.
heads weaving in and out of each other.
So
Yeah, like-
what we're saying is that we need Housemark.
Yeah, oh my god! To make a Prince of Persia Castlevania game.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Okay. So we haven't really talked about this much. This Nickelodeon fighter.
It comes out in 2 days, bro.
They announced
2
It
days?
comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, they announced a bunch of new characters.
Yeah.
What were they? It was Danny Phantom.
Oh, dude, we got Danny Phantom. We got Avatar Korra.
Yeah.
Korra,
We got
man. Ooh.
Toph. They
They
Toph.
do have Toph.
Toph just got announced. Yeah, boy.
Boy,
Of course.
Yeah.
that's my main.
There you go.
Dude. Well, I don't know, man. I'm thinking Cat Dog. I really want to play Cat Dog.
Dog.
Cat Dog's looking sick. Now, the most interesting thing about Nicktoons is like they know what they're doing, right? Like they're definitely
yeah.
coming for the
they're coming
Smash
for
Brothers
us.
crowd.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about as far as the game.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's I can't speak. Unapologetically Smash.
Oh,
right?
it's Nick Smash.
But
That's
it's
exactly
like
what it is.
Nick's. Well, it's Nick Smash, but it's Smash more hardcore. Like
Right.
there are a lot of movement options that they didn't have in Smash. A lot of aerial movement options.
Yeah.
They have everybody's able to like some characters have like parries and weird different. They've added so many mechanics to this game that it could actually be like FGC worthy.
Oh, no.
Like, I mean, all eyes are on this game, and you can tell their budget's so low, but at the same time, they're just like, we're gonna do it. Like Nintendo doesn't really help the Smash community. If anything,
No.
they get in the way more
Yeah.
than anything
Yeah,
else.
absolutely.
And so, for you all who like that arena style gameplay, that platform style fighter,
Right.
here's your option.
Here you go.
And it tickles the nostalgia.
Do you
Yeah,
think
it
if they
does.
make enough money, they'll go back and add voices?
I do.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
already said that they're planning DLC.
That's a stretch goal.
Where it is. They got to make money first. If it sells
yeah.
well, then all of a sudden, we should be able to hear Ren and Stimpy.
Who's the developer?
That is.
It's not anybody big.
No, it's not. It's not. What is the name of that dev? Let me see. I can pull it up.
Yeah, because I
right
don't think
away.
it's somebody that's really made all that many other games, which is concerning for certain people. But hey, give them a chance.
Yeah. right.
Well, I
So-
mean, it looks like what they're doing is working out. It's Ludosity.
Okay.
Ludosity is a combination of Ludosity and Fair Play Labs.
Okay.
And so this is their first console game, and
Oh wow.
and and it looks pretty cool. It's
like,
really
it's gonna
fun.
be hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Robbie was talking about Melty Blood last night, and I've been really thinking about playing Melty, but
Those sprites do look amazing.
Yeah,
He's
they
right.
do.
Mhm.
They do. But it is also one of those games where it's just like, combos forever. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool. It's cool enough for fighters, but I don't know. I don't think that it excites me as
Yeah.
much as this Nicktoons game. I'm really curious,
Okay.
Waiting for King of Fighters.
Yeah,
right.
For real.
That's all it is.
That's
yeah.
really it.
They're-
Well,
they're
when
all
King of Fighters
stopgaps.
drops, that's it. That's all we're doing.
They're all stopgaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Korra though. So Disney is a dick.
doing some shit?
Surprise!
Yeah, I mean,
So
in
they-
case you guys didn't know,
Yeah,
Disney's a dick.
they're suing the estates of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko
and what is it, Glenn Collins?
yeah, because
So they can retain the rights
Yeah.
of the characters that they're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, on the
off
MCU.
Of.
Yeah.
So, but suing them on what grounds?
well, it's I don't exactly understand how the lawsuit's playing out, but it's basically like they're trying to say that they don't have real creative control over these characters because they were working under Marvel at the time, so
yeah.
technically they're not their characters, they're Marvel's characters.
So this is like some cancel culture shit where it's like, okay, well, back then you were doing this thing, but today it seems
Yeah.
like this is how it should have worked.
Yeah.
So that's how
Yeah.
it works today.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
No, these aren't your characters.
Marvel
They're
and DC
Marvels.
have been doing this exact same thing for years. I mean, like DC just went through a bunch of rights battles like years ago over like Superman and Batman. With,
And
like,
it's the same. It's the same.
It's kind of the same thing. It's just like, no, when you were working here, you created these characters,
Yeah.
but we own the rights to them.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it's that same thing playing out again. It's just now it's Disney doing it.
So Disney
instead
just
of
doesn't want to pay
the-
royalties. Is that the whole thing?
Yeah,
So
because
Yeah,
they
they
would
just
be
don't want
licensed
anything.
back out.
Right,
Exactly.
Because I mean, that's the thing. Do you think any of these estates want to just have these characters sitting on a shelf?
No.
they're gonna make money with them, so they're just gonna license them right back to Disney and go,
Right.
okay, well now you have to pay
Disney
us
just
a
doesn't
royalties.
want to have
Exactly.
to pay for them
They
anymore.
they don't.
Right. That's all this really comes
they
down
have to
to.
make. They can't just make a lot of money.
They have to
want
make
make
all
of
the
the money.
That's it. There's more money over there. Let's
Yeah.
go make that too.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
Did someone drop a penny? Better pick that shit up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's just some bullshit, really.
But then, I mean, they come right back across and they say, like, okay, well, we're going to also give you all our video game classics. We're going to give you every version of Aladdin, every version of console Aladdin. You get the Sega
Every
Genesis version and the Super NES version, every
that's
version
crazy.
of Lion King, which it was so crazy
Lion
because those
King.
games came out at the same time.
Yeah.
But they were handled by different development houses,
Yep.
and they play very differently, and they're both good,
They're
right?
both great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
most people only played one or the other.
That's right.
Because they only had one of the or the other of the
I
consoles.
only played
so.
the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin and Lion King, but then I also played the Game Gear version of Aladdin.
Right,
Right,
which was like a stripped down version of the Genesis.
Of the Genesis
version.
one.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Which was
so-
it was still very good. I
Does this also have
prefer-
DuckTales on it?
No.
No, it doesn't have DuckTales.
Too bad, because those NES, DuckTales and Rescue
Yeah,
Rangers.
it's
and
got
stuff
it's got
are
like the
great.
Jungle Book. The Jungle Book's on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I never played that.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Wow.
good. I think
okay.
that the
Is
Super
it
NES
Capcom
version.
too?
Yes.
Wow. What the
Yeah.
hell, man?
Oh, they were wrecking it.
dude.
Yeah, they were wrecking it, dude.
See, Capcom been friends with Disney for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
come back over.
Yeah.
hang
Capcom
out.
knows where it's how its bread gets buttered.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, but at the same time, now they got a lot more butter.
Oh,
than
yeah.
they had
Oh,
back
yeah.
Then, and they're just like, we don't need your bread.
That's too much butter.
You're over here on some butter side down shit. and
Right.
we don't want it.
And we
Sorry.
figured out how to steal our bread.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're going back like, fuck, let's make sure we didn't steal any of their bread. Because they're coming back for
They
it.
get serious
You know,
about that.
Yeah.
But
don't fuck around with his
But
bread.
No,
but
man,
that
that's
was
right.
one of the things about like the Super NES versions versus the Genesis versions of those games. The Genesis versions were usually a lot faster. You know, they
Right.
didn't really look as cool, but they were a lot faster.
Oh, yeah.
And usually more
It was
difficult.
that blast processing.
It was
Yeah,
that blast
absolutely.
processing, bro. And so, wait, no, blast processing was on the Super NES.
No, that was the Genesis.
Was it
That was
Genesis?
Genesis.
Yeah, because that was Sonic. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Blast processing.
You know.
No,
Couldn't
they had,
be possible.
They had
on another
parallax
console.
scrolling, and that was Super NES. But the Super NES versions are always tighter. It's kind of
Right.
like if you look at Mortal Kombat on the Genesis and you look at Mortal Kombat on the Super NES.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though the Super NES version had sweat instead of blood, and there was no way to access blood and then altered fatalities, the game played more like the arcade counterpart and looked more solid.
Yeah.
The Genesis version looked kind of jank. Even for some odd reason, they could never do life bars back then. They always put that weird
it's
black
weird.
bar
Yeah.
on the top of the screen. They did the same thing with Championship Edition.
Really?
And then they put the life bars on top of it.
It's
Oh, yeah.
weird,
And then they
dude.
didn't have license for Raiden. So in that version, he was Rayden instead of Raiden. And so it's just freaking weird. And so this is really.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's really
okay.
cool that they're just like slapping all these things together. Be like, all right,
Yeah.
well, here's your favorite, and here's the other, and
Yeah.
what you like.
Oh, and here's the thing that you might not have played as
Exactly.
well.
So what do you think of this?
And and here's all the different versions. You know,
Yeah, right.
the way you should do a collection.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so,
So
I'm kinda good with that.
Disney is dicks, but they give us what we want.
So the dicks that we know.
They're the dicks you know, right? Fuck.
God,
It's a virtual surfing.
sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. I was just.
Was that
just-
was
the
just a
Holy Spirit
response.
talked to me. Just channeled itself through me.
Speaking in tongues
I mean,
over here.
it looks really cool on the
Why isn't it in
surface.
VR?
Huh?
Why
Well,
isn't-
I thought the same thing. That would be the only way that game would work. It's
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
'cause
that's the only way I'd want to play it.
Well, it
'Cause the
looks
last
like
time-
there's a first-person view, so I wouldn't be surprised if they
It's gonna
patched
be
in a
worse.
VR.
Like,
yeah.
like it's. it's like it's a good idea on paper, and it's like, when's the last time we saw surfing? Was that California Games?
That's exactly where I was going. Yeah.
Right, and it was like damn near impossible to control.
Yeah.
Everything
Like,
in California Games is impossible.
Absolutely, that BMX game, the
dude.
skateboarding.
The
You're just
skate-
gonna die
I
the
thought
whole
that game was just failure.
Right.
Like,
That's what it is.
You remember
Yeah.
Hacky Sack?
Teaching
Hacky Sack
kids
was a
to accept
nightmare.
failure.
I don't even remember the hacky.
You don't
sack.
remember that?
no,
No,
Hacky
yeah,
Sack.
it was rough.
Isn't that the one with the half pipe where you just fall?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, you
immediately
just
boom,
go boom.
over
That's-
and
go
over,
up and
and they don't explain
boom,
anything
fall.
to you, and that's just the nature of the game. But like it looks like on the surface when I first looked at it on the surface, I thought it was interesting. But then you start looking at the water and the way the water moves, and I don't know. It looks like a really good PS3 game.
Okay.
You know, looks
Okay.
like like with all we're doing with water physics right now, looks like they kind of missed the boat. But maybe that'll open up the path to a really good surfing game, because they should have one in VR. Like that would be really
Absolutely.
cool. The question is, how do you control it? Like nobody
Like
wants
this.
to. That's
That's how you do it.
Is that what you do?
That's what you
You
do.
know?
While you mouth that guitar part.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a problem with like surfing games,
Well,
even
I
like
mean,
skateboarding
you have
games.
a couple of songs. You can also whistle, wish they all could be California girls.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
okay too.
Yeah, that's good.
Surfing USA,
Surfing
just basically
USA.
just
Yeah, that's right.
an
Beach
entire
Boys,
Beach Boys
yeah.
soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, it's rough making a sports game where
Surfing
it's
is the
all.
only life for me. So surf.
What is that? What is that? I don't even know that.
That made me
That's-
think. Do you
that's
love
Beach
me?
Boys.
That is Beach Boys.
Yeah, it's
that
like
shows
their
how much
first
Beach
fucking
Boys.
song.
Oh wow! So that was
That was
when
their
like
first song.
when Charles
That was
Manson
like
was
the
still in the
first-
band.
Yeah, like their
All
first
right,
fucking
well.
single. Yeah.
I
Potentially.
think like VR it's really rough to like map control.
The skateboarding game seems to be good. Though.
Well, I
That-
mean, you're
that-
also still popping like this, and
You didn't like
skateboards
tech
don't
decks,
work like
man.
that.
You didn't like tech decks.
Yeah, but my fingers were my
You weren't
feet. You
decking?
see, it was.
You got hands.
It's
for
not the
feet.
hand.
I've seen
Nope.
some folks make hands for feet work out really well. Okay?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm saying that when the name of the game is sensory replacement, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that you're supposed to be doing with your feet and you're using your hands, there's already going to be a little bit of disbelief jelly on the top of the toe.
So if you were into it enough, would you buy a surfboard thing that you can lean on that would give you feedback that would?
I would think they
of
would
course
do
I
like
fucking
a.
would.
Okay.
What are you
I think
talking
they
about?
would
Yes.
do like an accessory that you just attach
So,
to
okay,
each.
Nope.
then-
Now we're
then-
back on our 3D rudder.
Well,
Yeah.
I was about to say with
Now
the
we're
3D,
3D
what
ruddering.
if the 3D rudder worked?
Now, if that were the case, then that would be really good. That would be a pack-in for the 3D rudder. Then all of a sudden that thing would sell. Then all of a sudden more people would design games for use with it.
I love Polish politics. 3D rudder.
3D rudder. 3D rudder support. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see about this virtual. Well, it's out.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to pay for it, go ahead.
No,
Stream it.
I am good.
It's
Yeah. Don't even stream it. Wave it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh man.
I just
Alright.
I mean, the only way I would probably buy that game is if they announced that yes, sharks can actually get you.
What's
yeah,
that
we have
big
Maneater
shark?
though.
The Maneater.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Maneater just got DLC.
But then you are.
Oh
a
yeah.
shark.
Oh yes, you are. I mean, you can be a megalodon.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You're a
Hell
shark
yes.
evolving. You started as a baby shark that got ripped out of your mom by this shark hunter who lost his arm to like a shark attack, whatever. So he's
Yeah.
got a vendetta.
It's a cycle of violence.
Absolutely. So he catches your mom and rips you out, and then just as one final curse against your mother, he scars your face and throws you back into the ocean. You know,
Come
and
on.
then that's
Wow.
the
Like
beginning
he
of that
didn't
story.
know he was starting a revenge.
Bro,
tale.
oh,
Right.
he wants
You know
it.
what I mean?
He wants. He's like,
He
you know,
wanted it.
this is all like what is it, Kill Bill? You know, it's like if you still feel raw about it, when you get older, come find
dude,
me.
really?
I'll be
Yeah.
waiting. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
Man, and she had
damn.
that tough look on her face. Too.
Yeah. It's
was-
like just know your mama had it coming.
I'm waiting
Oh,
for that
shit.
movie, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
it was supposed to be happening now.
Would they call it Kill Bride?
They probably call it The Bride, if anything,
The
or
Bride?
maybe,
Yeah.
what was the
She-
little
was she-
girl's name?
I don't remember.
Nakia.
Yeah.
Nakia was her name.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, remember when she was like Nakia?
Oh, totally.
Because she
yeah.
told her, get out of here, and
Yeah.
then she was like looking at the. Oh yeah,
you know,
In
that
room with
damn
this
dog
get
getting
in here and
here.
acting a
Mate.
damn fool. You know.
Watch out, there's glass on the floor. baby. Dude, that was great.
That's good, man.
Gun in the cereal box.
Uh-huh. All right.
So, what's with this Arcane? I just watched the trailer.
It looks kind of cool.
It looks
Yeah.
okay.
Look,
It's
that's,
very.
I don't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like aesthetically. Obviously, it's a steampunk story,
Yeah.
but aesthetically, it looked kind of like you remember that Atlantis, that
Yeah.
Disney Atlantis.
I
It's
love
very
that
mu-
movie.
That's a good movie. That's a
Treasure
good,
Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet is really good. But yeah,
They
no,
have
it's
that
just
kinda
like a
look to it.
3D, yeah,
Mhm.
3D look, like
Yeah.
specifically that. Because
Yeah.
I mean, steampunk could be just any steampunk, but
really?
like no,
Yeah,
I'm
you're right.
I'm specifically talking about it has that kind of aesthetic, but in like a 3D animated space.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Don't really know anything else much about it.
Nope.
Just
Well,
Arcane.
I think that
it is a thing. It is on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Is it already on there? Is it on Netflix now, or is it coming?
I think it's coming.
It's
I don't
coming,
think it's
yeah.
currently on there yet.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have either of you guys watched Squid Game?
No.
Well, this
I've just heard
all
about
right,
it. I don't know
it's
anything
been-
about this
It's
show.
been everywhere
Yeah.
for the past like 2 days. For the past 2 days, it's been
Really?
hitting me hard.
I
I've been
haven't
seeing
even
like
heard
RDC
about it.
World had a video about it. Like it was a Squid Game.
Everybody's
from
blowing up
watching
over
this,
it.
it
Yeah.
seems like you have these two teams of people and they have to do some kind of competition, and whoever loses gets killed. And they all die.
So it's for real American
It
Gladiators.
seems that way.
It's like-
Hey, that's what it seems like. Because RDC World did a version of it where it's like, they were sitting there, they were on the basketball court, and it's all his team and all these white kids, and then they're like, okay, well, you have to play a game of basketball. And he's like, oh, hell yeah. And all of his friends start like lacing up, like they brought shoes and shit. And they're like, what the fuck? They brought shoes? Where'd those shoes even come from? And they're just in there dunking on folks. It's like, one girl's like, please don't do it. And, I have a child, like, and he's like, oh shit, then you might want to double team me then. Gets out there, and of course the other team gets killed. And then Moth and Wolf were telling me about it as well.
Wow.
It's been popping up everywhere. So
haven't even
guess
heard about this.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Right.
It's brand new. Yeah. I mean,
Apparently
like,
we have to
came
get on it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Apparently. I guess come next week we'll know
We'll
about.
have an opinion.
We'll have an
Talk
opinion. Yeah,
about Squid
exactly.
Game.
Because right now it's basketball to me, and it's real funny. You should watch that sketch.
I was hoping it was about Krakens. It's not.
Oh, right. And why
It's never
Squid?
about Krakens,
Why
man.
Squid Game? Anyway, we'll figure it out.
It's a mukbang. That's why.
Right? Oh man. Oh.
Oh, yeah. So Ride 4 looks amazing.
It does
looks
look really good.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'd play that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it looks like
Motorcycle
photorealistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Motorcycle racing game.
Yeah, it has a
essentially? Yeah.
Forza or Gran Turismo quality.
I would
Yeah.
say
as far
probably more Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
very realistic. Very,
Yeah.
and this is a next gen exclusive. I
Yes,
think. Yeah,
yes. And then
yeah.
their water physics, man, just the way the wet roads. I mean, it
Yes.
looks real.
Yeah.
Like it looks very, very real. So I wonder how it handles.
Mm-hmm.
But Ride has always been a pretty decent series.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
True.
Ride 4.
Ride 4. All right.
I'll do it.
We'll have to put hands on that one.
So it is scary month.
It is.
Have
spooky.
either of you guys watched the VHS movie?
I've
Yes,
seen
absolutely.
I've
I
seen the
love those
first
movies.
one. Yeah, I've seen the first one. I
So
think I
good.
started the second
Yeah.
one, never finished it, and I haven't seen any of the others.
I think
after
they're
that.
my favorite found footage movies.
Yeah,
You know?
I
absolutely.
can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So.
do it the best, especially because it presents it in like the vignette thing.
Yeah.
You know, like the first one's cool because it's like they go into an abandoned house that has a bunch of tapes, and then it's them checking these tapes out. So each
Right.
tape is another story.
Right.
But then there's also the story of them in the house itself.
Yeah.
So that's done really well. The second one's pretty awesome too. We get in VHS 94.
94.
So we get a throwback found footage.
So-
I'm telling you,
yeah.
man. Once again, like just what same thing that Fear Street was doing.
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
like because they know that was the sweet spot for horror.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
before
Yeah.
the age of the internet, back
Yeah.
when you could take something, watch a movie, and then you got to think about it.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you could think about it, talk to your little friends about it or whatever, and then
You
of
don't
course
just
there's gonna
move
be
on
that.
to the next.
There's
thing.
gonna be that
Yeah.
one kid that's gonna be like, "Oh man, no, that's real," or I mean, you never know. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, my dad works for the company that made that video, made that movie." You know that kid. My dad works for Nintendo,
Yeah.
and he told me, we got the Nintendo 7, and he told me about that everybody had word of mouth, right?
Absolutely.
Like now we have so many facts in front of us. It's
Man,
like the
now a
second you
movie
walk out
comes
of a movie,
out. Yeah, they already have the ending explained, and here's the post-credit scene put up on YouTube, and you don't
Everything.
even have to watch it now. And then you can
Exactly.
have your opinion on a movie that you didn't watch.
Exactly. And then, we're also flooded with material that is
Yeah.
easily accessible. It's
Right.
like, okay, well, yeah, that was an okay horror movie. Well, here's another one to watch. And after a while, you're just completely
Yeah.
desensitized.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Makes stuff not matter.
Well,
Yeah,
looking
man.
definitely
And
looking
then-
forward to this.
Yeah,
you know?
VHS 94
yeah, I
looks
guess
like
you
it's gonna
can't
be
do a
awesome, though.
VHS 2021. That'd be rough.
Well, does anyone still have a
because the whole
VHS,
movie-
VHS 2002 on Laserdisc.
The whole
Right.
movie would be people going like, "What the hell are you holding?
What
Yeah,
is that black
What
square
is this?
in
You
your
know what?
hand?
Hey, check this out. We're just gonna take the tape and rip it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
No more movie."
How about that? We done,
more
son.
movie.
For real. This shit ain't in HD.
Should've
This
put it
ain't
on-
even
Should
720p.
have put it on digital.
Yeah, for real.
Man.
That's
Although
good.
those early digital cameras looked like fucking ass.
Yeah,
I'm
oh
just
yes.
saying. Oh,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah, it was really, really
So
bad. It was really bad.
Pokemon. We got 2 Pokemon updates,
Coming
right?
Yeah,
up.
boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it?
Tokyo Game
Brilliant
Show.
Brilliant Diamond,
and
yeah,
Shining
Pearl.
Pearl.
Yeah.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl plus Pokemon Legends
Arceus?
Arceus? Yeah,
Arceus?
Arceus.
Something.
Yeah, which I'm actually
Whatever you feel like saying.
infinitely more excited about.
Yeah.
But
Open
again,
world Pokemon seems weird.
open world Pokemon, but it's like
It kind of
it's
makes sense.
before there was an established like gym like thing
Are
going
you
on.
are you building the Pokédex?
I think you're building the Pokedex is the story reason for why you're going out and catching all these because
That's kinda cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting little premise. And what was that? That was coming out January 23rd, 28th next year. And so that was a thing. And apparently you can dress your character up,
Oh yeah.
which I'm happy with. I like playing dress up in games.
Have different hats.
That's right. You can have a different shirt, different pants. You can switch up your shoes.
nice. Can you switch the
Hey.
laces?
You want to switch up your kicks? You can do that.
What kind of laces you want, man?
What
You
kind
want
of
some
laces you
Velcro
want?
straps?
You want a Nike or
Is that the name of
Jordan?
the game?
Yeah.
You want slip-ons when you're hunting Pokemon.
That's right.
Do you? You're Nah, man. You're in
Nah,
tall
well,
grass.
I'm about to say you want them boots.
Yeah, you want wading
strap
boots.
up. You
Yeah,
want-
for real, man. I'm talking about you going through
Yeah.
some muddy
about to say, man.
grasslands and.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Well, you want to wear some Crocs.
That's
You know?
You come back, your Crocs are all
What
muddy.
what if your shoes?
socks are soaked?
What if your
man?
shoes dictated the type of Pokemon that you could attract? You know
Oh
what
my
I'm saying?
God.
Like you gotta wear some Doc Martens if you want to catch a.
or a specific type of hat
Machamp
or
or
whatever.
Huh? Yeah, right.
Like
Right. We
the
could put
kinda
hats on.
clothes.
You know,
Yeah.
hats would be cool. I like
Hats-
shoes. I thought shoes.
Oh
were cool.
no! I mean, it's the whole wardrobe. It's the whole thing.
You
So
see that
what? Are
one
you
Pokemon
saying like
"Mm-mm."
Yeah.
you
better be wearing a suit.
It's the whole thing. We talking fabrics.
Like, what is that? Is that paisley? I don't do paisley.
No.
No, we don't fight folks in paisley.
And you're like, damn, ditto.
Oh my god.
So you didn't like this one, huh? Awakener. You had
I
things
didn't
to
say
say.
it. I didn't.
Oh,
No,
well, that
all
sounded like
all I said
vitriol
was
coming off
okay.
that
What's
comment.
what? No, because
Sounded like-
I showed.
He's
I
right.
got the trailer, and I was like, okay, this is a game.
Well,
Like,
I feel
I just didn't see anything terribly.
But he's absolutely correct
exciting
because
about
it starts off looking like Souls.
Yes,
It looks
very,
very much like
It is
Souls,
very
and that's
Souls.
the thing. That's the main reason why I sent that
And
video at
Souls
first.
are
Okay.
getting
Because-
very Souls-like is getting kind of saturated.
Well, because it's
I
a
have
it's
a-
a genre.
I do have a
you know,
thing-
now that it's a genre that is very popular, everybody's trying
Right.
their hand at
Absolutely.
it, right? That
Most
feeds
people aren't
into.
good at it.
I mean, well, that's very, very true, but that doesn't mean. Look, this is the same thing with Die by the Blade. We'll just lump these two things in there together.
Okay, see, Die by
at
the
the
Blade
beginning of
Looks like Hellish Court.
exactly, which
Yeah.
looks like Bushido Blade.
Right,
Everything like at the beginning of a console cycle, you always have all these developers just trying to make something for it, right?
I got you.
And now we're in that same boat where it's just like everyone's hitting it, and we've got Unreal just making things so easy for people to make a game,
Right.
You know, so everyone's churning out
Yeah.
something,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So you got to wade through a whole bunch of really good-looking cubic zirconium to find some actual diamonds in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like some brilliantly polished cubic zirconium.
Right.
You know, just to find the actual gems.
I think the game looks like a shitty Chinese game. Like it's like the way
Damn.
Wukong looks, like a shitty
Wukong
Chinese
does not look
game.
like a shitty Chinese. Jesus Christ! Look, like all right now.
Nah, man, I don't know. Like when you look at the combo system and stuff, it looks jank.
You know, I don't
You
know.
know?
Like I watched that
just
18-minute
looks-
video and I thought it looked hype. However, it could easily be a shitty. Yeah,
Well,
very
that-
easily.
Well, it's what I'm saying by that is it's one of those games that on the surface it seems as though it's a nice polished game, but then as soon as you put your hands on it, you're like, oh, they didn't do anything.
Right.
yeah.
Well, I think that the only thing that gives me faith in Wukong is the fact that they announced it so far before its release.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
lot of these other games that are coming out, we're going to see those in like a month or two. Some of
Yeah,
them
they're
are
coming out
launching
real-
now.
Dude, that doesn't look like it's anywhere near ready.
That's what I'm saying,
That looks
right?
like alpha footage of, hey, look, we got a concept. We're
Uh-huh.
working on it.
And
Yeah,
the-
I think that's what I
I
was picking up on with
Yeah.
that trailer. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Like,
this
we have a lot of
honestly-
concepts.
I guess.
Yeah.
The thing I'll say about it is I think that it's strange to me that everything gets lumped into the Souls thing, right?
That's
Well,
Because- because we've had third-person action fantasy
right,
games for a long
right.
but
time.
you have to think about what that actually means from a gameplay standpoint. That means that your character seems to move a little slower,
Yeah.
and the enemies are very large and
Yeah.
move
And
very,
very
fast.
aggressive.
Exactly, right?
You know.
So that's what gives
Yeah.
that Souls-like flair. But they don't understand the way that everything balances.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
Yeah,
exactly.
Souls is a whole experience.
But it's the same way with any, like, think about 2D fighters, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Well, in the era of Street Fighter 2, like, think about all the 2D fighters that came out
Yeah.
just
they were
trying
kind
to
of
catch,
Street Fighter clones.
Right, you know, just
Yeah.
trying
Well,
to catch
shit,
that
you
gem.
know, Doom clones and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that
I mean,
era,
it
you know?
always happens with any new genre. I mean, think about what happened
Somebody
with
makes
Among
some-
Us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah.
everybody's trying to take that. Everybody just wants a piece of a pie, man.
What's this new Among Us looking?
Oh God, what's the
thing?
name of that?
Yeah.
Do not remember. But yeah, and that looks really cool, actually. What is the name of that game, Philip?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a new one. If you guys look up a new Among Us that's coming out,
An
it's not
Among
actually
Us
Among
like.
Us, an Among Us like.
Yeah.
God, it's like
Fungus
that's
Among
weird.
Us?
Yeah, that's
But it's all like everybody's all dressed up, all snazzy, like looking.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Looking good. But I mean, that's just gonna happen. Anytime you have a new popular genre that's making money, people are always gonna make the Me Too's.
Oh,
you know? It's
absolutely.
the same way
I
in
guess-
film. It's the same way everywhere.
But it's like, is Monster Hunter like Souls?
No,
I would
Monster
say
Hunter
that's a-
preceded
yeah,
Souls. Firstly, they did
yeah.
it first. If we're gonna really
that's
take
the
it to that
difference.
Yeah, but
line,
Kingsfield did it first.
you know,
You know what I mean?
no,
Kingsfield's-
Kingsfield was first person.
Other than that, it's a
And-
Souls game.
Sure, we can say that it's very difficult in that way. That Kraken was huge, but I wouldn't really put them in the same category only because of
I
it
think
being
I might
first person.
just
You don't have the
classify
mobility.
Souls a bit different
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
because I think it has a lot to do with like presentation, not just gameplay, like the
Right.
way a Souls game would. Like for instance, Vegas NPC dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like
think that
stuff
puts
like
you into. I think that just puts you into poor writing. Like, well, only because of things like Mortal Shell, right? Like Mortal Shell is very much a Souls-like. Like,
Yeah.
there's no question about it. So I think that when people say Souls-like, that it really does come down to gameplay.
Okay.
I think that what
I
you're
just
saying
don't
as far
think
as
that's the
aesthetic,
only thing there, and I feel like stuff that's a third-person fantasy game immediately gets lumped into Souls.
I
And
feel,
Yeah,
I
just
feel it
don't
that's
only
like that.
gets lumped in there if it's extremely
Yeah.
difficult.
I think
like-
the difficulty has
I
a
don't
lot
know.
to
I see
do
what
as
you're
far
saying.
as like
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
Souls like being a colloquial term that we all understand. Oh, when you say Souls, you're specifically a lot of times just talking about
so-
the difficulty of the game.
So is this game difficult? Is
I don't
Awakener difficult?
I don't know, but just the way that the
Yeah.
intro played,
Yeah.
it had that same look as a Souls-like. So we don't know what the game actually is. So there's
Yeah.
no way to say that is, especially because
Yeah.
if you watch further, then you see several other genres that they're also tackling in
Yeah.
the same
Right.
body of work,
Okay.
Yeah.
which is a gamble, right? So good luck to them. That might be rough. But I do
I know
think
any of the market stuff looked like crap, and the
Right.
whole like you were saying the vague Skyrim elements, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah, it looked half baked.
right.
It
It looks
looked
like they don't know exactly what they want this
Yeah.
game to identify
So they're just
as,
trying
kind
to
of
throw
taking it.
everything
It's
at
kitchen
it.
sink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kitchen sink
Totally.
development essentially. Yeah.
You know, but I do. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
And I wish that that's the way that people viewed it. Because I actually like that style of narrative.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it also adds an element of horror. Like it kind of makes everything so mysterious, and you are so in the dark about what's going on that it automatically just gives you kind of a little chill. It's like, oh my god, like,
yeah.
this is something's very wrong, and I don't know what it is.
Nothing's
And it
comfortable
might,
here.
It might be me. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Yeah.
You know. But when you talk about Souls likes, then
Yeah.
Neo, Mortal Shell,
See,
like these games.
Yeah, see, and I understand that. I understand that in general. It just feel like I don't know, making a game a Souls-like, to me, sullies the idea of what a lot of the Souls games mean to me, other than just the
Well,
gameplay.
that's those also Rans though is not really picking up on what a Souls game actually is.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
because all they see is third-person fantasy with really high
Well,
difficulty.
and
Well, we
bonfires.
can knock that
And
out.
bonfires.
And bonfires.
And bonfires,
you know,
and
like,
you lose your
Yeah.
Right.
souls when
Yeah.
you die and you have to go retrieve them.
Right.
You know, it's
You
just
know.
they just see the mechanics and they don't see the like world that
yeah,
from
the
built,
spirit of
yeah,
what a
the-
Souls
yeah.
game.
But that's what
is,
makes them
you know?
likes.
Yeah,
I guess you're right.
You know,
That's
Like,
why you have that
they're
like
still
on it.
not souls.
Yeah.
You know, even though you get to
Point.
Neo and it's like,
Point.
okay, now this is a different interpretation of that same
Yeah.
mythos, and I think that those
But it's
two
very Team Ninja.
a very Team Ninja, which is
Yeah.
okay by me. Yeah, I'm with it. And so,
Another
Sounds like
speaking of Team Ninja,
sounds like something that we could potentially
and Souls,
turn into a full topic later for another episode.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So-
absolutely. Yeah, we might as well skip to it. Final
boy.
Fantasy Origins has a new demo.
Yep. So we
Okay.
got Demo 2 out.
We got
now.
Demo 2, and
Which
it
actually
has
gives you-
multiplayer.
Yep, you get the original demo, so you have all of that if you didn't
Yeah.
get enough chaos in your life. And then we're actually going to have a new outdoor area.
Yeah.
And that is actually going to have multiplayer. I don't know if they added multiplayer to the first demo. I think it's only to the second one.
Yeah, I think it's just the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but, new environments, new enemies, new jobs.
Yeah, new jobs. They
Yeah.
added Pugilist.
We've got
They
the
added
monk, baby. Let's
Nice.
I
We've
see.
got
I
a
thought
knight.
Dragoon was in the first one.
Dragoon was in the first one.
Yeah, because
They've
I heard
added-
somebody say, "Oh, well, now you get to play as Dragoon." I'm like, you could
No,
already
that means
play
that
as
they
Dragoon.
probably just didn't unlock Dragoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like whatever.
So is Pugilist and Knight the only new ones?
Pugilist, which goes to Monk. Knight, which goes to, I'm not sure, probably Dark Knight if I had to guess. I haven't taken the time to play it. I downloaded it, but I haven't had a chance to play it. What is the other one? There was one other job, Red Mage.
Yeah,
Oh,
Red
cool.
Mage,
Red
which is like a
Mage.
combo mage.
Yes,
Yeah.
combo mage with protect. You also have regions, things of that caliber as well. And so, as a red mage main in Final Fantasy 14, I'm gonna be flossing it. And they
Heck.
best to give me a ballin' ass hat.
Hell
That's all I
yeah.
know, man. Red mages are
Dude,
all
red,
about the hat.
they're all about the hat.
It's all about the hat, you know.
Do you go feather or no feather?
Well, it depends on how many hats you offer
I
me. But
gotcha.
there will be a feather
If you-
at some point
if you
in
have
time.
multiple hats,
Absolutely.
then you're definitely gonna have at least one with
Depends
a
on
feather.
my mood. Absolutely.
Hopefully, a really big.
A really big, yeah, absolutely,
big
bigger
mother-
than the
like-
hat.
Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's got to be like giant peacock. Like, you know
Yes,
it coming out,
absolutely.
Like Ramirez.
Like Ramirez, exactly.
Yeah, I want that
That's
feather
what
to
you
go
want.
all the way down my back. Almost reach the ground.
Yeah.
You know? That's how you know how powerful you are.
That's right.
Well, how big is your feather?
How powerful?
How big is your feather?
You shouldn't judge a man by his feather.
I see your feathers as big as mine. Jeez, there is a hat on Final Fantasy 14. It's Amon's hat. You get it from one of the raids, and it has this giant feather that just just hangs down your back and has independent physics. So as you're running
really?
around,
Nice.
the feathers bouncing. It's
Nice.
dope. Oh
Nice.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
super good, super good. Speaking of super good, so there's a new old movie
Yes.
coming out.
you sent us this trailer. We were not prepared for this. Like, I just saw New York Ninja. I was like, what is this bullshit? And then I clicked on it. It's like, oh no. Oh
You know,
no.
it's been a while since we've had
He's
like
still my beating heart.
like a hobo with a shotgun, or like
Yeah.
what was that other one with Nazis?
Black Dynamite? No, that's a different one.
That's
but
really,
a
really
good
good.
one, though.
Yeah, that's fantastic. No, it was on YouTube, and they're like, it was like a short film, and they were trying to fight Hitler. And there's even like a giant iron eagle. They came flying in. Please,
Oh, Jesus.
Iron
God.
Skies?
No, it wasn't
No.
Iron Skies. God, what's the name? Oh, whatever. Talk amongst
Anyways,
yourself. I'm gonna
But
find
no, so it's a like 1970s style
Ninja
urban kung fu ninja movie.
Yeah.
And it's just about a ninja going to fight some gangs.
Dude, it looks like they either went and got original film stock from the 70s and 80s
Oh,
and
this.
kinda
shot
Did,
this.
because the movie just never got finished.
Oh.
And so they took all that footage and started putting it back together
Okay,
in order
so
to make
that
the
makes
movie that's being
sense.
released now.
Okay.
So yeah, so it is actually technically an old film that just never got finished.
That's awesome.
And
That's
now they're
cool.
wrapping it up.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome then. Okay,
Dude, and
because
it's-
it looked too classic. I was like, there's no way they made this now. There's just no way.
Well,
Yeah.
it also seems like they've kind of like turned up the humor factor of
Oh,
it.
yeah,
God,
probably.
come on, dude! You know the name of this movie? It's the guy when he hacks time. You not remember he hacked time? He rode on. God damn it!
Did he
rode on a.
Did he ride on a T-Rex?
At some point he did. Yes, he did.
What is
because
the
he
name
went
of that
back. He
fucking
went back
movie?
into time by riding on a keyboard.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and a
"I've got to
keyboard.
hack time."
Yeah. What is this called? I know what you're talking about
it's
now.
so
yes.
good. It's so good.
But anyways, yeah, New York Ninja looks like it's gonna be a good fun time.
It was Hacker Man who did the hacking.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I'm gonna just click on this.
Hold on.
That's a lesser known master robot.
Dude,
It's something like, is it something like Turbo something to fight Kung
Turbo
Fu?
Kid?
No, it's not Turbo Kid.
I remember Turbo Teen. Turbo Teen was awesome.
Turbo
Yeah.
Teen?
Turbo Teen was there's Hacker Man, and it was by Laser Unicorns. What is it?
hold
You're
on.
telling me you don't remember?
I remember it now.
Oh,
I just can't remember what it was
oh
called.
wait! It's something cop, because remember he had Triceracop
Oh,
that used to Kung Fury.
Kung Fury.
Bam,
Oh,
there
I've
we
never
go.
seen that.
You never
Dude,
saw Kung Fury?
dude.
Oh my God! Look,
when we
everybody
wrap up,
watching this stream,
Watch Kung Fury.
watch Kung Fury. It's only like 28.
amazing.
I think it's like 28 minutes
It's
long.
yeah,
Oh.
it's very short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God! You have not seen Kung Fury? That's mind blowing to me.
Okay.
That
We've-
really.
We've failed you.
Yes, we have. We have.
We're
completely
sorry,
failed
Philip.
you. Yes.
We're sorry we're just such shit friends
Look.
that we haven't shown you Kung Fury.
I knew about it.
Fury.
It's not like I didn't know about
Yeah.
it.
Oh my
I just-
God.
Oh,
didn't
so
watch
it's
it.
your fault.
It's
that
my
you're-
fault.
Yeah,
Right.
So,
It's my
so
fault.
you're the shit
God.
person. Okay.
I like that better.
Yeah,
it has a better
yeah,
ring
yeah,
to it.
exactly.
You know? How dare you?
That way we're off the hook.
Yeah, for real. I feel better about myself.
Let's just cast deflect.
Yeah,
This is fucked up.
So yeah, New York Ninja. So it is. It's like clearly Ninja New York. Gonna be fighting street gangs. They have like one scene where he's like charging up a shuriken and throws a single shuriken out and like takes out 5 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the
at the same time.
Like,
It's great.
they
I
all
love-
die.
I love it when he's in the trailer. Guys, go watch this trailer. When he's hanging from the helicopter. There's something weighing us down. Oh, it's that damn ninja.
Oh man, I mean, you want to talk about schlock, bro?
Oh boy, I can't wait.
yeah.
We're gonna watch
Cannot
this.
wait.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You will get to see our review of this
Hey,
movie.
ask Tandy. Ask Tandy how New York Ninja is gonna.
I was gonna
be.
save Tandy for our movie review.
Well, why can't Tandy? let
Sandy
us
can
know
make
some-
as many executive decisions
I
as
mean,
he wants
yeah,
to.
that's
in a
right.
day. We just don't want to wear him out.
Oh, did he get tired?
Dude, Tandy's an old man.
Oh,
Tandy's from the early '80s here. You know
You're
what
gonna
I
have to
mean?
wake
So
him
am
up.
I.
Wake
Yeah, but
up.
he's
Tandy.
he's a box. So this is my Tandy executive decision maker. I can't make any executive decisions without him.
Without my
actually.
Tandy.
Without my Tandy. See, in this is the soul of an 80s executive that was killing it.
Then he killed himself. to
And
put
his last
soul.
executive decision was to make the executive decision maker, which was the best decision he ever made. So Tandy, is New York Ninja gonna kick Ninja ass? In true Tandy fashion, he said, "Why not?" That's right.
Good.
Go Tandy.
Go, Tandy.
Thank you,
Thank you, Tandy.
We'll summon you again at the end of this podcast.
Jesus.
So,
Yeah.
So we got the they released the live action Cowboy Bebop intro.
Yeah.
Which is just a live action version of the
Cowboy Bebop
Original
intro.
Cowboy
Cowboy
Bebop
Bebop.
intro.
Yeah.
which
Shot for shot.
I was very optimistic about this.
Yeah.
And was at least trying to be optimistic about
Yeah.
this show until I saw that, and then I was just like, oh no, this is just gonna be a fucking fan film.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think I came off the wrong way when I said that to you
Huh.
guys.
Said what?
This sold me because that's what I said. on it.
Oh.
I wasn't planning on watching the Cowboy Bebop
Oh,
show
at all. Okay.
And this, I was like, okay, you'll make me watch it now.
Yeah.
That's more what I'm saying. Not
I'm gonna watch
I'm
it.
optimistic.
I'm still gonna watch it, but
Yeah.
like I think my expectations that yes, obviously they're gonna bring in some like familiar characters.
Yeah.
And yes, they'll probably redo some like specific scenes,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately they're gonna make it their own. Obviously, that's my hope for any kind of like.
I'm nervous that they won't. I'm
But
nervous that they're going to try
but
too
now-
hard to recreate because that's what it looks like, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
That's what
I
it
see
looks
what
like.
you mean because
Yeah.
look. Tank by itself.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, it's
hearing
great.
Tank just thrills me to the
Oh,
core.
absolutely.
I don't care when you play it, I'm with it.
Absolutely.
However, one thing about watching that trailer is Tank is popping in the background, so they already have gold stars in that direction.
Yeah.
But you watch the acting laid on top of
And
it,
it's not so
and
good.
It's
It
really
seems
not
more like a
good.
parody
Exactly.
than anything else.
Yeah.
And it's like
Dude, look at the way Cho, what's his name?
John Cho.
John Cho. I
Yeah.
almost called him Jonathan Cho.
John Cho.
No,
John
yeah,
Cho
Cho.
looks really old.
This is my dude. You just can't
Like
you
in-
can't, and he's not tall enough. You know?
And I feel like you can tell that someone said action and cut.
Yeah.
Like they feel it seems more like
'Cause it's
they're
really just-
acting and
It's
you
like
know,
the,
kinda
well, it's like the intro to
dramatic-
like a '80s sitcom
dramatic
or
turn.
something,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
You
yeah. Instead
Too
of
many
being like
cooks,
visceral,
too
yeah.
many cooks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just doesn't have the pop like the
Right.
original animation
No, it
would.
doesn't.
And that's I feel like that's what's going to end up being the failing of it. Like just from watching this, I could be completely wrong. It could
I
come
hope
out and it
to be
could
wrong.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hope that you are, yeah.
Exactly. But again, it just looks like if you're not going to be able to get that lightning back in the bottle.
It's really funny
you're just
because
not.
it's a very divisive topic. There are a
Right.
lot of people who love that intro, and they're just like, "Oh my god, that they nailed it," you know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Did they?" You know, I mean, it's Cowboy Bebop.
I was like,
There's that.
okay, they put Tank in it. That was really,
Right.
that was like, I'm like,
That
okay,
was
so they're
really
actually
it.
going to use like the seatbelts.
Oh, they have to.
They're actually
If
gonna
they-
use
if they
Yoko
don't, then
Kanno.
they
They're
lose.
gonna-
Like,
right?
'cause that
but I
is
wasn't
Cowboy
sure,
Bebop.
man. I wasn't sure.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No. If
Yeah.
you
Well.
don't have those original tracks, I mean, not a remix. I mean,
No,
those
those
original
tracks.
tracks.
Those
Then
tracks.
you already lose because each episode is based around
Yeah.
a song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
right.
like Jupiter Jazz and
Oh, yeah.
like
Autumn and Ganymede.
right.
dude.
And
Yeah,
let's
boy.
go, boy. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so like they have to, but I just fear that because everything seemed underacted and overacted at the same
It
time.
really, yeah.
Very
yeah. How do you do
inconsistent,
both
yeah.
things?
Yeah.
How do you do both things?
It was weird. It was very weird.
You know who was perfect?
Ein.
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 I'm gonna say it
Ein.
again.
Ein
Man, they
was
got
on-
spot on with Ein.
was
Uh-huh.
on
How'd you
point.
guys do
I mean,
it?
because every corgi looks the goddamn
That's
same.
right.
But
It's really what it is that the animation for Ein in the classic
Was
is
so
so
good.
perfect
It's
that
so
you're
good.
like,
Oh, yeah.
it's a real corgi.
absolutely, absolutely. Even though I'd love to see Ein. You remember when Ein ate the mushrooms?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just jumping. Yes. if they're gonna
That was good,
recreate
man.
any
That was good.
scene,
Oh, I think
it
that'll
should
be in there.
It
I
should
think there'll be
It better
just
be.
having because it'd be so easy to film like John Cho walking up the infinite staircase.
Oh yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just walking hands in pockets,
Just
going nowhere.
go.
Yeah, I think you just have to have a stepper, right?
Right,
That's all
yeah.
you'd have to have is one of the stepper machines.
Exactly.
You just have him-
He just has to walk in place. That's all he
Oh,
was
that's
doing.
it.
That's
He's
all-
just
yeah,
gonna-
he
Yeah.
was just on
I was
the
gonna
steps.
give him real
just
stairs.
kinda-
Right. Yeah.
What about an escalator?
guess
We
I'm
just
just
gonna
going.
going the wrong way on an escalator.
That's also very smart.
You
That's a
know
good
what
way
I
to cut
mean?
costs.
You
keep
green
that cheap.
green up that escalator.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Plenty of shut
And
down
then this
malls
mall's
everywhere.
like, hey, who the hell greened that escalator?
But it makes me wonder, like, what if Cowboy Bebop is very successful? The live action is very successful.
I already see it. It's gonna be to Cowboy Bebop what the Ghost in the Shell movie was to Ghost in the Shell. I think it's going to be a close enough approximation that those who have never seen the source material are going to enjoy it. It's going to be good,
And they might
good
actually
enough,
go and seek
then they'll
out the
go
source,
seek out the
yeah.
source material. That
Which
is what I
which is
foresee.
again
so.
why
Yeah.
I'm mostly in favor of doing live action like adaptations.
It makes you
of
want to go
anime.
see the old
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly,
right?
because
Yeah, in
maybe
theory
it'll
it
point
should.
more
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
towards the.
I mean, it's like when you
towards the
find
good
out
shit.
that something was a book, you're like, oh, I kind of want to read that book now.
Well, but
wanna know
but the
why.
difference is some people just don't read shit.
Yeah,
and, and so
reading's a big
and some
time
people
investment
just
too, man.
refuse
I
to
get it.
watch animation. I
Right.
know
True.
people who are just like, I don't watch animation. It's for
Right,
kids.
but the thing
And
is
it's
like
look-
maybe if there is going to be that small portion of those.
Yeah,
even
but those people go watch Disney movies. That's what fucks me up.
Yeah.
That-
dude.
that's funny.
I don't watch animation,
Well,
but I'll
that-
watch Frozen 6 times.
Because that was greenlit by America, and you have they have kids and grandkids,
Oh,
and so they
well.
have an excuse to
Yeah,
do it.
well,
right?
My Neighbor Totoro. Okay.
I'm just
absolutely.
saying.
But more mature themed animation. I don't know, man.
Even even
know?
stuff that Studio Ghibli did. Like I think that they have better themes in them than the
Absolutely.
Disney films. You
Yep.
know, and they're better at making you get it.
Yeah,
you
right.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like,
It's not usually like, okay, well, all she
Yeah.
needed was a man.
Yeah.
Well,
you
but
know
it
what?
makes me wonder, like, if,
Nah,
if
these Tanukis need to shut down this construction site so they can keep their village.
bam, that makes sense to
know?
me, man.
I get it.
That makes sense to me. I get that. So if this is successful, do you think they'll ever do Samurai Champloo?
Samurai.
That
I feel like that could
That
work
would
even
work
that would
better
work
as
a
an
lot
live
better.
action.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so who are these actors?
Who
then?
plays Jin and who
Yeah.
plays Mugen?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
You know what I
that's
mean?
Another discussion
that,
altogether.
about to say,
Right?
that
'Cause-
might be
'cause
something
you
that
know
we
it's-
think about throughout the week.
You know,
and then-
somebody's
Yeah.
going to be Ken Watanabe because they
Oh,
can't make a
absolutely.
samurai thing without putting Ken Watanabe in it. Who's our Japanese American
Nah,
actor? It's Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe.
He'd be like
It's
an
him.
old dude in a tea
I'm
house.
just saying he'd be there.
Yeah,
that's all I'm
totally.
saying. He'd be somebody. in
or
there.
he'd be the
absolutely.
sunflower
I was
samurai.
going to say that. He'd be the sunflower
Sunflower
samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
And so no, that'd be
music
a
is
really good.
hot, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah, it
sir.
is.
Yes,
Ooh,
sir.
Shiki no Uta.
The way
that
of the
that
Oh
end
my
track.
god! Every time it hits
Dude, I
so
saw
good
I saw a
every
little
time.
jazz band cover it, and
Oh,
dude was
dude,
playing
it's so
the trumpet for the vocal line.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
it just makes
dude.
me want to cry, man.
It's smooth,
Ooh,
man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, so speaking of adaptations,
New jibs, guys.
This is our
Actually-
new. Wait, what? Huh?
Oh no, never mind. I thought you were segueing another
was.
direction.
Into our movie,
Right. Well, go ahead.
right?
Well,
Huh?
only because I wouldn't say adaptation because it's a
That's
sequel.
it's a
It's-
sequel.
yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm right there with
yeah,
you. Yeah,
kind of a soft reboot.
so what we're
is
talking
it?
about
No,
is
that's
a
just
true
a straight
sequel.
sequel.
Candyman.
Okay.
No, it's
Oh,
doing
you said
this.
it. We're dead.
Fuck.
Oh wow, man! Wow. Okay. Well,
I
see,
guess it don't matter now.
Bye, guys.
Mama, I love you.
Yeah.
P.O.P. Hold
Do
it
we
down.
we need to find a mirror so they can see him murdering us.
Right. Well, I don't know if that the critic was any indicator. Then
No.
he doesn't need an audience, man. I'm talking about like she just anyway. All right,
Anyways,
let's
yeah.
move into it.
Well,
from the
so
beginning.
so you're right. This isn't really an adaptation.
No.
I thought it was an adaptation at first.
Well, yeah,
And
I
I-
was under the impression that it was just going to be just a
And
straight
it had been
remake.
That's what I
so
thought it was gonna
long
be, too.
since I saw the original that I didn't see the clues until way later in the movie, and then I was like, oh wait, no, because I saw the lady in the newspaper, right? But other than that, I wasn't sure.
Right.
And then no, this is a sequel. They're doing the same thing that we've been doing with horror movies, which we find the one we like, and then we make a sequel on that.
Well,
You know, they did that with Halloween.
Well, they
They've
did
done
with
it
Halloween.
with, you know.
This still encompasses because there are only 2 Candyman movies. There was Candyman
I
in
thought
'92.
there's 2 more.
Then there was the second one was Farewell to the Flesh, and those are the only 2 Candyman films.
What's Candyman 3 then?
Probably some B movie knockoff that they always do. I mean, I don't know about Candyman 3. I ain't never seen Candyman.
Yeah.
3.
See, I never
You
saw
seen Candyman
2.
3?
I only saw the original.
No,
I've only
Candyman
seen the
1
original.
and then Candyman 2 took place in New Orleans.
Yeah, there's a
okay.
third one, dude. And people do not like that
I was
movie.
about to say that means it was made by some other people and have nothing to do with the canon.
It has Tony
So-
Todd in it.
Does he? Is he?
Yeah.
He's in Candyman 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
mean,
ain't never
Tony-
seen no
Yeah,
Candyman
I'm about
3.
to say Tony Todd owns that character.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Candyman 3, Day of the Dead. Yeah, that came out in '99. I do remember that film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, completely forgot about
People
that
did
shit.
not like it.
Oh, no. Anyway, so there are only 2 Candyman movies. And
And this ain't one of them.
and this ain't one of them. And really, this is a direct sequel to Candyman 1.
Yeah. it
So
is.
what they did was they took the lore from Candyman 1 and then ran with that.
Yeah.
If they do choose to have a sequel from this point, we may hear more about Candyman 2.
And it
Right.
might be somebody else.
Might be a
Well,
different.
I mean, but that's the truth about Candyman, because if you know the lore of Candyman 1,
Right.
you know, you have Helen, what was her name, Helen Lai, and
Yeah, I don't remember her last
Helen
name. It's
Lynn,
Helen Lynn sounds right.
Yeah.
and she was a reporter who found out about she was a journalist.
Well,
who
I
found out
thought
about-
she was she was
student.
she was a student.
No,
and
we
she
have
was doing a
mirrors
research.
in here, so
Yeah,
we
they're a
fucked
mirror.
up.
We're
We've
fucked
already
up.
said
yeah,
it
we're
5
completely
times.
we're
done.
dead.
Yeah, you were right.
This is gonna be our last cast, guys, because
Yeah.
we're going to get ripped apart
Love
by
you.
a hook. So
I didn't say it. I ain't said it. I might have said it, but I don't remember saying it, so that means I didn't say it.
there you go. But no, she was a student, like a college student, doing like a research paper on urban legends, and she finds out about Candyman as an urban legend and goes to investigate it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then finds out about who Candyman actually was and whatever. But it
And the
turned
thing
out
about the
that she
building.
actually about Cabrini Green.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Which is actually a real housing project in Chicago.
Whoa,
wow.
that's cool.
I didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, man, I've been there.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? They subsequently shut it down, so I don't know what its status is currently.
Yeah.
Because I could totally see the
we saw the new
gentrification
movie.
of-
they turned it into them high rises.
Well, I mean that's generally what happens.
It
you know?
is,
I
yeah.
mean, look at Avondale, right?
Yeah.
Look at downtown Birmingham.
Uh-huh.
But she goes to the hood. Finds out about all this stuff. Candyman, she invokes his spirit. He's one of those ghosts that as long as you don't say his name, he does not exist.
Right. It's
But the
it's
more people
He's a
who
lot like a
mention him-
classical demon, like the way that
it's like a Bloody Mary situation.
It's a Bloody Mary
Well,
situation.
it's
right?
like the
But
Key of Solomon is what it's
Right,
like.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, but he's not actually evil per se. But whatever. And so, she finds out about that. Ends up
he's
like
not
kidnapping.
evil. What the hell kind of?
He only kills people who were unjust.
Okay.
Everybody
So he's
that
kind
he's
of
murdered.
anti-hero-ish?
Yes, because
Yeah.
that's the whole thing
Okay.
about him is
Okay.
that he fell in love with the original the person who actually turned into Candyman. Fell in love with he was actually a child of a very prominent artist and a
He did portraits for rich folks.
exactly
Yeah.
right. So he was raised in a very wealthy
Late 1800s?
Yes,
Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and he just fucked up and fell in love with a white woman and had a baby.
Yeah.
And she had a very rich father who was like, okay, well, get this nigga.
Hey.
And they sawed his
literally-
painting hand
Hey,
off.
guys.
And sawed his hand off. They coated him with honey from bees, local bees, and the bees came and stung him to death. And then
they
you
burned
find
him.
out in Farewell to the Flesh that he actually shows him a mirror of himself while he's dying.
and
so that's
why
where
it's
the mirror
mirror.
comes into play as far as summoning Candyman. And so
So to address this real quick,
Yeah.
Number one, this is a Clive Barker story.
Yes, it is.
What's the name of the original book? Is it like The Awakening or something like that?
that
something
I
like that?
don't know.
Okay, I'd really like to read that.
Right, I think
want
it is
to.
The Awakening.
Yeah,
I think it is.
And the first thing that I critique this new movie about is that it's not Clive Barker enough.
Okay.
It does not have the ominous nature that Clive Barker brings to the table, which is, you know, including Tony Todd's fucking voice.
Right.
Yeah, you really don't get a lot of Tony Todd.
Well, you don't get a lot of Candyman.
You don't.
Right,
Yeah, just
yeah.
There's
general.
less Candyman.
Well,
than,
because
than
it's
you'd
about
think.
the mythos. It's about the lore. It's
Right.
about
It's
how
like
this whole movie, the new movie, is about. It's almost like a game of telephone. It's about how stories change over time.
Which that's
because
a cool
the
premise.
whole Helen
yeah.
Lynn, like in the modern story. Anyway, going back, I'll explain what I was saying later.
yeah.
But the modern story was that she was a crazy lady who had kidnapped this little boy in order to sacrifice him to Candyman. Now, the true story is that Helen Lynn did invoke Candyman, but Candyman saw her as a reincarnation of his wife, right? So, you know, the white lady that he fell in love with and then, you know, subsequently died for. And so that whole thing was him really just trying to get her to join him.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing that, whatever. So all these people start dying around her, you know, basically making her truly believe.
Right.
And so by the end of it, you know, she does end up with Anthony. She
Oh,
saved
absolutely.
Anthony from that fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, she
yeah.
didn't go to sacrifice Anthony to the fire. She saved
She
Anthony
pulled
from
him
the
out.
fire.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then gave Anthony
Which
back
is
to
why all those people show up at her funeral at the end.
Exactly.
You know,
And they, you know, she gives Anthony back to his mom, and then she ends up burning to death with Candyman, and it becomes a painting on his wall. So there's another, technically, well, she becomes a painting on the wall. She's there all in white. Her hair's in flames. Her ex-husband then ends up going to a mirror and summoning Helen, saying her name 5 times, and she comes back and kills him and the woman that he was cheating on her with, right? So that basically gives you that idea that there can be multiple Candymans. You know, because she's essentially another Candyman.
So they'd already
same thing happens
established
in
that
this
idea.
right?
Right.
Because the same thing happens this time around as well.
Right.
And they actually
this time-
establish a lineage of, you know, well, there was this one, because there was the guy
Right.
in the 70s, and then there was and it seems to me that Anthony's wife, I can't remember her
Like
name,
she's gonna be that next.
but it seems like her dad was one.
But
They
they
kind
Which
of
is-
touch
it's
on
like
it.
he was an
Yeah.
artist the same way. And then he ended up
Right.
jumping out the window. Saying, I
Right.
can fly.
Yeah, and then there's a lot thematically that's really good with this new one. Like as far as the
Absolutely.
concepts they're setting up, like
Well,
the
and the
gentrification of shitty areas
cinematography
and
like the acting, I think is
the
solid,
and
you
the acting and
know?
the cinematography are
like,
great. in
like
this
on
movie.
on
yeah,
on a lot of technical levels, this is a very well done movie.
absolutely.
I think it's hard to recapture that vibe.
Oh,
of
it-
the-
yeah, you're
It
not-
doesn't have the
again,
Clive Barker
Yeah,
feeling,
because
man.
that-
It doesn't.
Like that's what I was
Yeah.
saying earlier. Like we should stop talking about it because there was a sweet spot in that mid '80s to mid '90s. As far I'll even say like late '70s. We can include all of that.
Yeah.
As far as horror and horror icons.
Right.
It
being
started with
created.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right, you
Yeah.
know, and so like that was that sweet spot because once again we were also still disconnected as a society, as a global society. So these ideas kind of are allowed to resonate a little bit, right?
Right.
Leatherface, that's Ed Gein, but still it's just like that's some real shit. Chucky, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's afraid of every doll all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, like that was a real thing.
That one
for
freaked me
us.
out when I was a
It
kid.
comes out
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Everyone's scared of clowns.
You
Yeah.
know, right? You know, like that's the way it
Yeah.
works. But now it's really hard to perpetuate that unless it's something, like some internet creepypasta
The no-no man.
sensation,
The
right?
no-no man.
Or- not the no. What was it?
What's the no-no man?
The empty
You
man.
said the
is
empty man, the bye-bye man.
The bye-bye man.
There's so
whatever.
many men. Just remember that.
They're all master robots.
Why is it always?
right?
It's always.
For real, it's always creepier if it's a
Always-
lady.
That's right.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And you don't expect it. As
That-
well.
Well,
see,
the
the
Japanese
Japanese
lean into-
About to say
They
the
do.
Japanese.
That's it.
understand.
That's it.
See, they get that.
They
you
get
know.
Yeah. But no, like thematically, I think that they did a cool job with like messing with a couple of other things. Like I like the way that they really lean into not just like I said, like the gentrification of the area and the way that different generations will profit on the previous generations like suffering kind of thing. But they also kind of lean into the artist as an individual being like a conduit for suffering.
Yeah,
and that
because
kind of
she's
stuff.
like, your kind's been doing this for a long time.
And
He's
he's
like, what do
like-
you mean by my kind?
He's
She's like, artists.
That was really slick.
That was
right?
good.
That
Yeah,
was really slick.
because he was
Man.
immediately offended. Like, oh,
Yes. Seriously. Yeah. I also don't understand why you wouldn't go to the doctor.
I don't understand. Look, okay, that hand was the creepiest part of the movie.
Really,
Yeah,
dude?
absolutely
They,
was.
they sold it with the hand and how he kept messing with it.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
probably
trying
the
to
most
pick it off
Clive
and
Barker
everything.
thing about the
Probably.
movie. Right
Well,
there.
and he keeps
Yeah.
getting more and more like
Well, it becomes
rotting,
like
essentially.
like
Yeah.
like necrotic.
well, but it looks like you ever seen
Looks like a
like
honeycomb.
somebody that
Yeah.
somebody that's infested with bot flies or something
Right,
like that. You pull them out
exactly.
and they have
Looks
those
like
big
that.
holes. It looks like
Exactly.
he's becoming the nest,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Well, because
so-
Candyman is essentially
Did you
the
know
nest at
that
this point.
in the original Candyman
He really had
films,
bees in
they
his mouth,
actually
didn't he?
used those bees?
Yeah.
That he really
Yeah,
had
what they would
bees in his
do is
mouth.
they would use the queen bee pheromones and spray them all over the actors,
Mm-hmm.
and then use baby bees. And so that wasn't CG, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like in
absolutely.
Farewell to the Flesh, there
Yeah,
was some
it's
pretty
actual.
bad like
Dude,
bee
when
CG.
he's got so
but
many
in most
bees
cases,
in his mouth and he goes to kiss her and
Oh.
everything.
no,
Like,
yeah, and they end up going
ju-
down. There was yeah.
But he was cool, man. He was solid with it. I don't
Oh,
know if I'd be
yes.
good with
He was.
so many bees.
Now, I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
believe they were holding on to that jacket. Homeboy got that
Yeah.
coat
Yeah,
on him.
boy,
I was like, okay,
that's
but
a
about
slick coat.
about the hand. Okay, so the hand was the worst part of the movie. Now, my problem with the hand is that he actually ended up in the hospital, and they wrapped it up. You know what I'm saying? They just wrapped up the hand. He's
Oh,
sitting
you'd be
there
good.
wrapped up, and he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
well, it's so good that you came to see us when
Uh-huh.
you did, because that hand is really."
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I was like, okay, it's gonna get amputated right here, right now, because
No.
what else are you gonna say to this man, right? He's actually in a hospital. They're like, no, we're just gonna take these antibiotics.
Yeah.
They really should have amputated his hand.
Oh
shouldn't
yeah,
At
yeah.
that
That would
point,
have been
they?
a good time.
And then
for
he
him to
would have
go.
showed up to dinner without a hand, and she'd be like, "What?"
And then exactly, and his very overly perceptive girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just she saw it that one time and then didn't say anything else about it.
That's
Yeah.
It's
right.
like,
Yeah.
it's just getting worse and worse, turning black. Fingernails are coming off, and we're just going to
Well,
dinner.
Well, and I
Just
will.
have us a meal.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Man.
I want to look at that hand while we eat.
I really do wish that you got to spend a little bit more time with his girlfriend, because I really do feel like this is the problem that I have with the movie is just overall things in the beginning it's just like, oh man, they're fucking doing it, but at some point it just kind of takes a 180 like towards the end, and it's just obvious that there was like another 30 maybe
Right,
even
well,
40 minutes that
on
just
the
got
cutting room
hacked
floor.
the
Yeah.
fuck out. It is
Yep.
an obvious hack job at that point.
Yeah.
And because I mean, like, what he gets taken by the laundromat owner, and
Yeah.
then it turns into his girlfriend's movie at that point. Like, it's
I don't
like-
think he wasn't taken by the laundromat owner. I think
Or
he just
he-
went. He went back to
he
that
went
guy
back to
because she
him,
found
yeah.
his hat back there. So he went back to him because he didn't have anywhere else to go.
Well,
And
right.
he found
he
out
got,
that
he got taken to the weird church though.
yeah, but by
Yeah.
the barbershop, by the
Laundromat
laundromat
guy.
owner.
Yeah.
But the laundromat owner didn't kidnap him and take him there. The laundromat owner was just like, okay, well, you're already transitioning.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
why don't
I
you come over
get
here?
it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that laundromat owner knew the second that he met
immediately.
Anthony,
Yeah.
that he knew what
That's why
time
he
it was.
introduced himself that way.
Again,
and
but it
then
was
he found out
just-
his name. He's just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you're that kid.
But just that-
because he knows the lore.
Yeah.
He knows the
Yeah.
history.
He's been
he knows
waiting
that
for
it's
Anthony
real.
to come
Absolutely.
back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, and now you're here.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
And
he
so-
turns it, he basically cuts his fucking hand off and shoves the hook
He
in.
doesn't
and puts it-
basically
Yeah,
do
he does.
anything. He sawed that shit off.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
And puts the coat on him,
Uh-huh.
you know. So he literally turns him into Candyman by the
Absolutely.
end. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So-
You are Candyman.
But I don't know, man. Just the switch was so jarring. I mean, I had to go back and rewatch it a couple of times just to make sure I didn't miss something.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, because it's
like,
just
I
all
kept
of a sudden.
rewinding, and it's just like, when did this happen? Like, wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
well, they were just moving
Yeah,
everything at such a steady clip. Like,
Yeah.
do we think that they said it needed to be amputated and he just walked out? That's a
He's
possibility.
like, man,
but
my insurance doesn't cover that.
right, exactly.
Right, my
Yeah,
insurance doesn't cover your amputation.
that's a possibility, but it's not alluded to in the movie.
Yeah, it's
he's
not-
just talked to, and then while she's talking, they
Yeah.
kind of squelch out her voice, so you can't really tell what she's saying.
Uh-huh.
And then he's just allowed to move around hospitals, which is not how that works.
Nope.
Right.
So yeah, because they wouldn't have wrapped it up to begin with. It would be unwrapped, and he would have been sedated, and they would have been like, "We're
Give him the
removing
chop."
this, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna talk about it." You know what I'm saying? Like,
And he should have woke up like Metal Gear Solid 5 going,
oh man, that would have been heavy.
But then he could get a robot hand that flies, a flying robot hand.
that can turn into a hook.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying,
No,
man.
I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm so down.
So you're
I don't
saying
have
that now
words.
we need like horror movie visions?
No. Well, it's just like, eventually every slasher film goes into space or into the future.
Right, yeah.
And the slasher themselves turn into a cyborg. I mean, where's Cyborg Candyman? I'm just saying.
That's right.
Ooh.
When candy is all just space paste.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all dehydrated.
Space paste.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love dehydrated ice cream.
So,
This is good.
so I really liked the elevator scene.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was
good.
really good.
That was
you
really
know,
good. Mm-hmm.
Did you guys notice that Candyman's CG in like all of those scenes?
Well, yeah, because they try to make him look like Tony Todd, but it's not Tony Todd. And
No,
it's
he's.
just like,
I
mean, 'cause
But
that's-
I thought
'cause
Tony
that's the
Todd was
face.
actually in it, though. He's
Yeah,
in
at the end.
cast
At the
list.
very end.
Oh,
At the very end.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, it's more like
But
a cameo than anything.
that's
Yeah,
weird,
which,
yo.
but that's the thing is they could tie it
'Cause if you've
into
seen
from
Tony
now
Todd-
on it's going to be Tony Todd. They
Yeah,
could do
they
that.
very well should be, but he is going to be voicing Venom for the new
Dude.
Spider-Man 2. So
boy.
he's busy, and I can't say that I'd prefer him to play
No,
Candyman.
no,
I want him
man,
to be Venom.
I want him to be Venom.
I'd rather
yeah.
he be Venom.
That voice, dude.
Yeah.
Well, in the first movie, Candyman had that charisma about him. you know?
Exactly,
Oh,
that
absolutely.
swagger.
He was almost like a vampire.
Right.
Like he really had that kind of presence to
Oh,
him.
dude, when he walked,
You know?
well,
Yeah.
and that's also
And he
Tony Todd. That
walked,
look, man,
right?
that,
That
look on his
cold
face.
gaze, dude.
yeah.
Seeing
Dude.
right through you.
Yeah. You know, and
Kinda
he also had that sense of romance since he was trying to get, Helen
Absolutely.
back. You know what I
Right.
mean? So there's all this
Oh yeah,
dynamic.
it's definitely a
to
love
who-
story.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
the-
even Candyman 2 was still more of a love story than anything else.
And again, that's very Clive Barker. He
Yeah.
very much likes to play that line of dark, but also there's a romance element to
Right.
it. You know what I mean?
it's
this
just,
doesn't
it's
have
just
that
an
at all.
unfortunate tale.
This
Not
is just
really,
yeah.
yeah.
This is just like black folks don't play around ghosts. That's
know?
really pretty much the
For
whole
real.
thing. That's the
For
movie.
real.
Yeah.
Like when he was like, well, don't say his name 5 times, and she's like, who would do that?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
wait, you almost did that.
You
in the
almost
previous-
did it.
Right?
You know, like you were working on that.
What are you talking about?
You know, and so they did. They had to kind of up the body count because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, not that many people died in the movie. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like there
Yeah.
were really maybe only like what 5, 6, if you
Yeah,
include
maybe.
if we're not talking about
there's-
just the cannon fodder like with the cops at the end
Or like the
whatever.
the 5 kids that
The-
killed themselves at
yeah,
once.
right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like were there
The high
5 or there were
school
4?
There were 4 because
One of
the
them
one
left.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them said, "I'm out."
And then the
Yeah.
girl with the
Piece
bad
the fuck
brains
out.
patch was
Uh-huh.
sitting there with their headphones on. I
Yeah.
was like, I see that bad brains.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like so there were. I don't know. I like it as a folklore piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
to,
it's solid,
Just
right?
just to remind you how
Mhm.
time does change tales, right?
Right.
And the way that they're told.
Yeah.
You know, and
Because it's all about that perception dynamic with this,
Exactly.
right? Well,
Right.
time moves on, things get changed, and it's doing that with like the city, the story itself,
Uh-huh.
the people involved.
Right.
It has a really
Candyman
cool,
himself.
like, yeah.
you just keep
You know,
saying it.
The more-
This motherfucker.
We're getting
here,
hooked.
boy.
just don't
You
look
know?
in the mirror.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
for
I haven't
real,
looked in
you
any
know?
mirrors.
You know?
Look at the.
Oh wait, I got glasses on.
Yeah, you're looking into glasses.
You know, and so no, I thought it was a good adaptation, but I think you're absolutely right. I
Yeah.
feel like for the first time, and I know this is going to sound really weird to hear me say, I felt like it was too short. I felt like
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
movie,
that's weird for
that's
you to say.
kind of-
Yeah,
but no,
right.
I agree. It needed at least 15, 20 more minutes
Yeah.
of story
At
to
least,
it,
Right.
right?
If not,
You
if
know?
not 30, just to kind of flesh. I feel seriously just to flesh out his girlfriend.
because they
a
could
little
really
bit.
could have
The
dropped
girlfriend, her
everything with her
dad.
dad. They should have just
They
dropped
should've.
all of
True,
it.
yeah,
instead
and
of just giving
focused
us a
on
piece
their
of it.
relationship
Right.
specifically. Yeah.
I wonder if that's gonna. That's
might.
why they're doing it for
Well,
a
might-
sequel, right?
Well, right, because I think
Yeah.
that this is showing that not only is Anthony now this new Candyman, his girlfriend could potentially also be in the future
Yeah.
a new Candyman because Candyman's always looking for his lost love, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
always the thing,
Yeah.
and so
So
this
maybe
time
they were
he just
planning
gets to
on-
protect her at the end.
yeah.
She summons him, and he handles business, kills everybody else, and looks at her. He's like, "You're the witness. Tell the story. Tell
Yeah.
everyone.
Tell everyone.
You
Let
know?
everyone
Tell
know
ev-
about
uh-huh.
this shit.
And
What
that's
did he
gonna-
say to the cop? He's like, they will say that I spare the innocent, although you are not,
Not
innocent.
Yeah.
Go tell everyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, kill him,
Oh.
and then let her go. Somehow that
Nice.
back seat was unlocked. I don't know how that worked
Yeah.
out, but she just walked right out of there. And so I expect there to be a sequel. And that's gonna be when the bets are off. Everyone's gonna know about Candyman. Everyone's gonna be saying his name. There could even be a TV series. Who knows? Because there are several situations where Candyman has existed in different areas. Like it's not just in Chicago. It's also been in New York. It's also been in California.
It's anywhere where that cycle of violence is, right?
Well, it's anywhere where people know his name.
Right.
That's it. All you have to do is know his name.
It's like a Freddy Krueger situation, man.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean that is the way he feels is more of a Freddy Krueger like in the first one.
Right.
But he's a way more smooth Krueger.
He's way smoother than Freddy. Boy.
Nah, Freddy's just dad jokes at you. He's
just like they just got worse and worse and worse. Remember Super Freddy? That's how when he came in rolling on a skateboard. Oh, it's like, why are we doing
Come on.
this?
That's great.
Yeah, dude.
Don't do this.
So I expect there to be a sequel with a very high body count.
Yeah.
I'd
watch it. I watch it.
Yeah.
I overall I thought this was an okay movie.
And
it didn't blow my mind or anything.
Yeah, it was an okay movie.
And it
It's
definitely
solid.
had problems,
Yeah.
but there were also really good things about it. Like I said, dude, the
Mm-hmm.
the overall themes, the storytelling,
the
acting, the cinematography's amazing.
cinematography's
All those
great.
inverted city scenes, dude.
Dude,
it looks so
scene,
cool.
like I said, with the critic. When he runs out of her apartment and they do that long pan away from her apartment, and all of a sudden you see her get yoked up and slammed against the window. I'm just like, that's good.
That's
like some poltergeist shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was really good.
You don't see Candyman at all, just her ragdolling through the air. That's really good. Yeah,
he just slides her against the window. It's like,
I think they did some solid things, and if you're not a fan of Candyman, you won't be offended at all by this movie.
Absolutely.
You'll just be like, okay, cool.
This is one of those things where it's just like you watch it, and if obviously if you like it, go watch the other ones, man.
I do think that like the original,
the other two,
the original was better at being subtle about what it was trying to say rather than being direct with it. Because like in this movie, they just tell you the points that they're trying to make. In the other one, they slowly reveal you the hand. And and then you're like, okay. And this one, they straight up, it's like,
they misdirect you a lot in the original.
Yeah.
This one they don't. They're very straightforward with what their plot device is. Candyman shows up super early. He's Candyman.
I think you have to kind of work your way through who Helen Lynn was. I think that's the biggest thing. Is that you're sitting there thinking that there's this crazy old lady making sacrifices to this
You're
guy.
right, because they misdirect you. I guess that's
right, because
us
it's
having
just like,
prior knowledge,
it makes you
right?
exactly because it makes you think that Candyman
Yeah.
actually wants to be sacrificed onto. When in truth, it's not really the deal. You know what I'm saying? Like he just kind of wants vengeance for people who are treated poorly and downtrodden.
I do like it that they got the mom back.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams. That's cool.
Yeah, that's funny. Her name's Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, because there's also Vanessa
Because
Williams.
I know, I saw that in the title. I was like, Vanessa Williams. I haven't seen her in something in a minute.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Okay.
I was like, I want to listen to some Vanessa Williams.
Yeah.
That's some music, boy.
Yeah, but
my dad used to have the biggest crush on her.
Oh yeah.
I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, not bad.
Yeah.
Just not amazing. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think
it's fine.
good.
It's okay for movies to not be amazing.
That's right.
It's okay to have like
it's
just
entertainment.
It
man.
is
It's very
incredibly
entertaining. Like we were watching it last night, and baby girl was like, I'll watch a couple of minutes of it. I'll start it with you. And we actually ended up watching the whole thing.
Oh, cool.
So that is indicative of the quality of the movie to some
degree.
I
feel like if you
it's
are going to start
enough.
this movie, you're definitely going to finish.
Right. Yeah. It definitely. It's well paced. It's fast,
dude.
It's well paced until the ending, and that's where I feel like it kind of jumps up its pace a little bit.
Right.
And that's where
because we should have seen more of Anthony's transition. Because all of a sudden he's just like all the way sold.
But I do feel like it was incredibly kind of. It was a little bit of a slow boil again towards the beginning, but then once they like hit the ground running with now it's the end, let's kill everyone. It
just turned into a generic
slasher.
slasher.
Do you know who
at
the
that point.
best character in this movie is? Who's the best character? The best character is her brother.
Oh, dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Bro,
we are coming inside.
Dude, we are going to get her
things,
things.
and then we are going to leave.
And she's
with
looking at it the whole time
Bro.
like, really? Do you have to do this?
Yes, absolutely. I love him.
He was so good.
So good.
Like he stole every scene that he was in.
Every single one of them, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's solid.
When he's telling the story at the beginning, y'all know about Candyman?
He turns off all the lights and they're
all
like,
the lights,
the
Jesus.
candle.
Lights the
Yeah,
candle.
for
Oh,
real.
Jesus.
And, the thing
Look,
is, like,
that shit is on the internet. You can look that shit up.
look that shit up. Uh-huh.
You can look.
When he's sitting there, just calling her out on dating him in the first place, telling her hard truths, right?
Yeah.
It made me think of like my relationship with my sister. Like,
Oh.
like we love each other, but sometimes we're gonna say some real shit to one another.
Yeah.
And that might not be the shit we want to hear, but it might be the shit we need to hear.
He was super supportive.
And
of
he's
it.
super supportive, but he's also very direct and very honest. And it was just like, wow, like that was a very human scene. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Totally.
man, I'm like, dude, that really makes me feel like that. I mean, those are brothers, those are siblings having a conversation about something.
It was
like,
great.
Yeah.
and it's just like, well, we need to go back there. We got to sell his art. We got to do something with that stuff. You need to quit running from your path. Just like laying it on her. And she's just like, well, I want to talk to you. And he's like, I didn't believe that. Hell no, I don't believe that. That's a ghost
You're
story.
gonna talk to me whether
Candyman,
you want
don't
to or
ever
not.
believe that. She's like, who would say that 5 times?
You know what I liked was the flashback scene from the guy, the laundromat guy, when he was a kid, and his sisters went in the bathroom and did it.
Yeah.
And he's got that.
Yeah.
He's got
And
that.
that's the
jacket.
same kid from Fargo.
He's got that same jacket.
Oh, that's the kid from Fargo.
Yeah, from
Oh,
the
okay.
last
See, I
season
still
of
haven't watched
Fargo,
that.
Right? Yeah, that was the same little boy who got traded.
Yeah, the girlfriend is in WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I know any of the rest of the cast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, no. I mean, they really did kill it with those flashbacks.
Yep.
And then like when Candyman first comes, like walking out of that wall, the hole in the wall. I'm just sitting here, just like, I'm gonna love this. Especially because
He had that
dude,
grin,
that
too.
dude wasn't doing nothing.
He wasn't doing nothing.
He
wrong,
wasn't
dude.
doing nothing. He was legitimately just trying to give these kids some candy.
Man.
And then Razor
So
Blades
many
showed
cops.
up, and they were just like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna live in the walls. I have nothing to do with any of these stories." And they come and beat him down, and he doesn't become the Candyman, but he once again puts the words onto people's lips.
Right.
So Candyman gets resummoned.
Yep.
And so it's really
Mm-hmm.
just interesting thinking about, just like you said, the circle of violence.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
Mm-hmm.
like.
And the
as long as
meta
there's
narrative for
pain.
the story is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Absolutely.
because it's not just about black people versus white people. It's not. It's like it's still social commentary in that way, but it is a little bit greater. Just like the disenfranchised and people who are downtrodden, like not having a champion.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah,
have
totally.
their champion. And their champion is kind of brutal.
I mean, any good anti-hero is, though.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Candyman.
And then did you watch the I guess I hate to call it a post credit scene, but during
I
the
didn't
credits
even. No, I didn't even realize
where they have
there
the
was
puppets. They have these puppets acting out the entire sequence of what happened to the original Candyman.
Oh, really?
And,
Like he was doing on the wall.
Oh. And it's
cool.
crazy. It's so chilling. Like they end up, hooking him up to a truck and like dragging him all across the grounds of where
Dude.
Cabrini Green was.
They do the
built.
Emmett Till thing too.
Exactly.
That's fucked up,
And
man.
That's Emmett Till. I'm just
Till?
we're
Sorry.
gonna just throw that out there just because that's huge. But
Yeah.
but they definitely Emmett Till him.
Yeah.
And just watching it was almost more frightening than watching that entire film.
Yeah, I can see
Just like they have this one like black kid riding through a white neighborhood, and this little girl sees him, points a finger. Next thing you know, her parents point a finger. Next thing you know, everyone else in the neighborhood they're all pointing a finger. Next thing you know, he's behind bars, and then next thing you know, he's being tortured, and it's crazy. It's crazy to see. Which I mean,
I have to
honestly,
go back and watch that.
yeah,
because I didn't even realize that there was anything after the credits.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's during the credits. Like once the credits are
okay.
rolling, it's on the left side of the screen.
Oh,
They'll have this
okay.
whole puppet show playing.
Oh,
out.
okay, I got you.
And at first, I was doing the same thing because I was looking at it. I was like, okay, well, I just wanted to see the cast list.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I kind of paused it there, and then I looked over and it also reminded me very heavily of Resident Evil 8. The ending of Resident Evil 8, how they did that same kind of thing.
Totally. Yeah.
Exactly. So it gave me that vibe, and I was like, man, let's just watch it.
Here's the
And-
fairy tale version of the thing.
of the
Yeah.
story. Exactly.
That's
exactly.
cool. Yeah. I saw the puppets start to come on. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I turned it off.
Right.
I was like, I'm going to watch the other one now.
Yeah. You should go back and watch that because
absolutely.
it's chilling. And then those puppets are just really, because you see the hands controlling the puppets the whole time,
Yeah.
and they're actually holding each one of the characters, like holding the puppet by its back,
Totally.
and then their hands are manipulating their arms and stuff.
Right.
But like, of course, after a while, that normalizes and just becomes super creepy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like maybe these machinations had nothing to do with these people.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Wrong place at the right time.
Yeah.
You know. So it's really jarring.
Cool.
Yep. It still isn't Clive Barker enough, though.
Heard that. Heard that.
Oh, hey, there's a scene, by the way, in this where the did you notice the laundromat guy was reading Weave World by Clive Barker?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was super
Yep.
cool.
Wow.
It's still written by Jordan Peele. You know, like
Yeah.
Had
and it's
Jordan
very
Peele,
it's got Jordan Peele all over.
Oh,
it.
now, had
Yeah.
he directed the film?
It might be.
I
like the direction of this.
I
one,
like
though.
the direction a lot.
Yeah.
I can't help but imagine what it would be like if he directed the
did,
film. I
yeah,
can't
as
help
well.
that. However, the direction's great. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
It's really good. Yeah.
I think this is a solid 7. You know what
I
I
would
mean?
give it- yeah.
What does
So,
Tandy
we
say?
gotta ask Tandy, make an executive decision about this film. Okay. Tandy, should the fine folks watch Candyman
2021.
2021? Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly,
Possibly,
maybe.
if you
Tandy's
want to,
astute.
that's
You know?
right. If you want to, there's a possibility you should watch
You
it.
should possibly watch it.
I feel like if you watch
don't
it, you're
have
gonna
to.
enjoy it. I don't think that.
Yeah,
like,
I do
exactly.
too.
There's
I
not.
do too.
There's
I
not
think
a
this is
lot
a good
to
one to
complain about.
kick off October, man.
Absolutely.
Good way. Good way.
Absolutely. If you want just a spooky movie to throw on and sit with the person you love or by your damn self, however you want to
Yeah.
play it, turn the lights off and just watch something kind of eerie. It's a good way to kick off
Absolutely.
October.
Just don't have a mirror in the room.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you were going to
we wanna
suggest
see you
some
again.
other scary stuff for people to do this month, what do you think? Huh? What else would you say you should do? I say that you should figure out a way to play Alien Isolation in VR because it's terrifying.
No. How about not?
It's so
I
terrifying.
mean, I would do it. Now, do you mean as far as just like different activities? Like, what are you talking
oh
about?
no,
Like,
I mean
like
games,
movies,
media.
games?
What you got? What you got? You got suggestions right now?
I mean, for the month of October.
You can
month
do what
of
I'm doing. I'm
October.
just
I
I'm
mean-
just watching a bunch of slocky ass movies.
Trying to
you know?
scare
man.
yourself.
You know?
Yeah,
I'm not really
'cause
trying to scare myself. I'm just trying to laugh.
What other
my ass
good
off.
recent
I don't think
horror
horror's in a good
movies?
place. In
Well,
video
still, I mean,
gaming.
in gaming.
In gaming, it's really not in a good
it's
place.
not. You're gonna have to go back to the PS2 to get good horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, Resident Evil 8, I think, they
Play
nailed
Village. Yep.
it. Yeah. Right? Resident Evil 8
Wait,
is the only
Visage.
place.
What's Visage?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about Village too. But Resident Evil 8 starts off very horror and then goes Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And so by the end of it, it's less horrific.
But it's a good Halloween movie.
If there's nothing else,
or
at
game, I
least
mean.
if you're not going to play the game, which you should do, if you're not going to play it, at least watch a video of House Bienvento
Yes.
and just
Ugh.
turn off all the lights and
Yeah.
just watch that entire sequence.
There's
Just do that.
They re-released Siren, the PS2 game,
Oh,
on
yeah.
PS4.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Cool.
And so you can play it on the 4, you can play it on the 5. Siren's amazing. It's very, Ju-on, Grudge. It's very like that kind of genre of Japanese horror.
Yeah.
It's more dealing with zombies and ghosts than the way that like the hair
Oh,
thing
speaking of
is.
that,
Hair
speaking of that, I actually have a suggestion. Watch Uzumaki.
Yeah,
It's on
see, there you go.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's Amazon or it's on Amazon Prime.
Also-
so it's free. So watch it.
Watch yourself some Parasite.
Yeah, boy.
Watch yourself some Parasite.
So the rest of
boy.
the month, since we're doing spooky month here,
Yeah.
we actually have 5 weekends this month, and the third weekend we're doing Dune. Because that's going to be
But every other
important.
one we're doing.
The rest of them
more
we're doing
a-
spookies.
We're going spoopy.
It's spooky.
Spoopy. Not spoopy.
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 So next weekend we're going to be doing Interview with the Vampire.
Because I've never seen it.
Right, which is amazing to me.
That is.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the length is concerned, I can see how that could be a deterrent for some people. No, I don't understand how you made it this far in your life without watching.
I just haven't.
Yeah.
Just it
That's
never came
amazing.
up. It just never came up.
That's amazing.
Okay, so that'd be the 4th month or 4th weekend is Dune. Okay, so
Okay.
second one's going to be Interview. Third one is going to be Terrifier.
Terrifier.
That
yeah.
crazy clown movie I was
Yeah.
talking about. Then we're doing Dune, and then we're going to do Parasite.
We're gonna do Parasite.
Cool.
We're going to watch the whole
Cool. Let's do
Let's do it.
season.
You've watched it all, right?
What, Parasite?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I need to get back on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get back on it.
All
So
right.
we're gonna
Let's
watch
do
all
an
of it.
anime horror.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, look, horror lives in anime.
It
Like,
really, yeah.
for real. As far as like, just film movies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Japanese, like a lot of horror anime out there that's freaky as fuck.
Truly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like they don't pull a lot of punches, man, and it gets creative and terrifying. Yeah.
There's a lot of really good anime horror out there, especially if it involves vampires.
There's also some
Yeah,
good,
right.
you know what?
Oh, yeah, that too.
There's
love
also some good
vampires.
Nick Cage horror, guys.
True.
Oh,
there is.
please.
Wait,
Oh,
you know,
God.
people
dude,
should
when
watch
do we
Color
do-
Out of Space.
When do
Okay.
we do?
Yes.
Dude, it's whatever he's in right now.
Yeah, just
Any
watch
movie
it.
that he's in right now. Like I said with that other one. Well, Color Out of Space, of course, but. Hey Tsukiyomi, what's the name of that last one? Dog Eat Dog.
Oh,
All right, which is more of
yeah,
an
you told me about
action
that.
movie, but it's
Mandy?
still so fucked
Mandy?
up. Mandy
Yeah.
was super good.
What's up
Yeah.
with
Grand Isle. Grand
Grand
Isle
Isle,
was another
yeah.
one.
What's the
and that's
name
a
of the
horror.
one? The Five Nights at Freddy's one. It's not really horror. It's a comedy, but it's
Well, it's
you know,
still,
it's
you know,
still in
more-
that.
Are
yeah.
you talking about the Banana
Willy's
Bunch
Wonderland.
movie?
No,
Oh, Willy's
no,
Wonderland.
Willy's
Willy's
Wonderland,
Wonderland,
yeah.
man, where he's chugging them energy drinks.
Yeah, that's all. He just gotta get his drink.
He's like energy low.
Yeah, right.
Well, I feel like that's a pretty good note to end on. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Ending
the
on
show.
Nick Cage? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
The
begin
Witch,
and
that's
end.
also a good
Nick
movie.
Cage.
Any
The Alpha
Nick
and
Cage.
Omega.
And the Witch.
The
Oh
Witch
God,
is
watch
a
the Witch.
solid fucking movie.
Let's go.
Anyways, thank you guys so
And
much
Midsommar.
for watching. and
Why
being
are
in
you
the
just
chat.
trying to wrap us all up?
He doesn't want us to
Jesus,
talk.
man.
We agreed on that.
Did we?
I don't know.
You agreed
agreed.
with yourself. That's what you did, Scott. You're like, I'm closing
Awesome.
this. I'm
Go
closing this
ahead.
door.
Uh-huh,
Everybody
for
better
real.
be out of the way.
I was about to say you're the one. You're the reason why we're gonna
Tandy,
die to Candyman
Tandy,
tonight.
Tandy, are we done? Are we done with the episode, Tandy? Let's find out what Tandy has to say. I'm making sure to get.
I don't know,
He
but
said forget it.
Oh,
He said forget it.
We're going forever.
But no, seriously. we're
thanks
right
for
back.
joining the chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the
Thank you guys so
stream.
much. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, anywhere else you like to listen to podcasts and all that good stuff. Check us out here. We're actually working out ways to potentially do an after show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then tonight we're gonna be going live with the Final Fantasy Origins
Okay.
new demo. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
Alright.
test out that multiplayer.
Well,
we're gonna dual
I
stream
can
that.
do the thing that I was talking about doing and stream this as well. The only way that I've figured out how to work it out without buying a piece of equipment or buying another PlayStation Plus account is to watch my stream on the computer and then stream me watching my stream on the So What Do You Think of This channel?
Yeah.
All
So-
right. Yeah.
It'll be on here.
Angles,
So,
baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Angles.
Angles.
so come back
I'm
later.
Kurt Angle
The
over
bob and
here.
weave.
Come back to the show later if
That's right.
you know, and watch that.
Yeah,
If I
just
can
hit
make
that-
it
hit-
work,
just-
just come back later.
Look, hit the
ding
bell.
the bell,
Hit the
so
bell,
you
and
know.
the bell will let
Ding
you
the bell.
know when
Yeah.
we go back live. If not, you can check us out on Lentarg. Also, Power of GrasScale.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be dual streaming that. It should be
And
a
if
good
you
time.
ever want to see a drunk man who probably shouldn't be streaming live play some dumb Nintendo games, come
Look,
to LazerPunch.
that's a
86.
good time.
If you want to hear
It's over and over and over and fuck and shit. You know, 'Cause my boy actually took the time to explain why that happens. He explained it. It was great.
You see, when I fall down, I get angry.
Yeah. Go watch LazerPunch's stream. You'll see Dracula X. Click on that.
And come join
And
us later for this
bring
Final
some
Fantasy
popcorn.
Origins.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
bye
All right.
everybody.
Good
Goodbye.
night, y'all.
Thank you.